We are back with another episode of Coffee Bean Talk Podcast. And this one, so let me tell y'all, I got two of the most, I have no words for these people, but they're going to be giving us their views on how women should be operating in these relationships. Because, I mean, they think that, well, I know for sure, this one here, Mario White, and then we got Anthony Bell. Mario White feels like he's God's gift to women. So, Mario, tell everybody why you think you God's gift to women.
I'm a man.
Okay.
That's what I got. No, but for real though, in the Bible it says a man. I'm stopping right now. I already, man. You got me out. Hold on, can we start?
No,
you got
No, I don't think that. No.
No. You come out God. I didn't know that was gonna be. I thought you actually. Hold on, first I thought you actually gonna introduce us as, hey, this is what I'm gonna lay up. What's the deal? We're gonna go into questions. That's my bad. So yeah.
So
I wasn't used to that because I watched your podcast and you were introducing them.
Okay, right. But we want to get right to it because I've been amping this one up already.
Okay.
So we trying to get straight to it.
No, I don't feel like I'm God-given man. I just feel like I have certain qualities that a woman would love, as far as being a provider, being understanding, listening. I'm very spiritual. So so I think that those are all attributes that a woman would love to have in their household for the rest of their lives.
Not bad qualities,
Right.
Okay, so yeah.
So as far as a gift, I think every man is a gift to a woman if he's the right man. So I feel like I'm the right man for every woman if I was dating them.
Okay.
So that's how every man is supposed to feel.
Okay. And see that I just want you to explain that so that that introduction that you were saying. That's your introduction. So I want to make sure that you are just we displaying you how you want to be.
So I'm my name to say Mario White, God's gift.
Correct. That's what we're gonna do. That's how we're gonna do it. Mario White, God's gift. That's God's gift. Okay. So moving on, and I just wanted to preface the conversation with that so we know how to
dictate everything. I got you.
How to address him.
Yeah.
How to address him as what God's gift. Right. And that's what we will do. In the credits. But as for now, you're gonna be Mario, or what they call you, yo.
Yeah.
So now moving on to the bigger thing. We got these two crazy men. You already see Mario, so that's just what that's gonna be. Now we're gonna get on to Anthony Bell. Anthony Bell feels like, it's nothing wrong with being married, living in two separate households.
Absolutely.
You don't agree, or you don't see nothing wrong?
No, I see nothing wrong with that.
Okay, tell us.
I think that's healthy.
Okay, let me know why that's healthy. Because if we marry, I'm just trying to understand why we're not living together. I mean, or what you said, we could be living together with a door connected.
Yeah, like so. For instance, you see the proximity of this house next to yours right here.
Okay.
We can have a bridge.
Right.
So it's no different than rich people having a back house or an outhouse, or it's just an extended man cave.
Yeah, that's what
That's the way we can look at it. It's just a large, extra large.
But it's your crib, got your own door, got your own lock, got your own key.
I mean, you can have access to everything, but it's like an unwritten rule that
you don't come before you call.
You kind of stay away.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'm there, it's because I want some space.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if you upstairs or Chat's upstairs and you downstairs, kind of like one of those type of things.
Right, but that's still in the same house. So at that point, you don't need a bridge.
Yeah, but if you have a bridge, it says you're welcome to this space. It's just preferred that you stay out.
Okay. With that being said, and I get it. Why not just get a bigger house? So let's just say this house is 2,500 square feet. That house is 2,500 square feet. Why not get a 5,000 square foot house? No bridge required, but you just have let's just say that whole upstairs is your man cave. Why not just have that?
I think because there's still no separation of space.
How is that when you're upstairs?
Because it's still not enough separation of space. I think what you're looking for in the bridge home, you're looking for the separation of space.
So basically a door that you can lock.
No, it's not even about locking the door.
So what is? I'm trying to understand. Why is it? I'm not understanding why the bridge is needed.
Because
when you can have a bigger house.
Because it's just about the separation of the feeling.
Okay, let's do it. What about a hallway?
A hallway is cool.
Okay.
A hallway that connects another house.
But when does a woman actually leaves a man alone when the man says, "Just give me some time"?
Oh, just give me some. Okay.
When
So
when
okay.
do a woman actually gives a man a time and space when a man actually?
What kind of time and space are you looking for?
If I know I'm saying, because
let's talk about the time and space you want to.
Hold on, because I listened to what he just said. It kind of makes sense from a man's standpoint. When we say give us some space, we need some time alone. We mean we don't want to see you. We don't want to smell your scent. We need you to actually be gone completely until we feel like it's safe enough for us to be around.
And how long can that last?
When the air feels right, when the wind blows
So,
right.
but could that be? Could that be multiple days?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So okay, so
Absolutely.
okay, so let me. I just want to clarify. When you say it could be multiple days, you'll be in quote unquote the same separate house, just not seeing each other for 5 days. So it still feel like you in your own place.
It's like a small vacation.
Absolutely. To answer your question, absolutely.
So does that mean you have to, not call and all that when you come on this side, like to quote unquote her side, or is that the family home and then you have an extended home of your own?
Preferably, it would be what you just said.
No, say what it is. Don't say what I said. Say what you said.
Preferably, it would be what you just said.
And what was
This
that?
is the family home, and then that's the extended home.
So you have
the vacation house. The
Okay,
vacation.
so let me just make sure I understand. So preferably, what I just said, I'm just confirming, is that you wouldn't mind if this is the family house that everybody has access to, no matter, no call, no, whatever. You just walk in. Everybody has access to this one, but over there, that's Big Daddy's spot.
Essentially.
I can feel it.
And that's horrible. Because why doesn't she get the same
privilege? I mean, most women have access to the house, even if you're in a relationship.
Okay.
It's our house, but technically, it's really your house. That's why we just ask for some space to ourselves that we can call our own. A lot of times, what do? You put your own furniture in there. You decorate the way you want it to. Everything is really your touch.
That's why we need
That's
ask for a
why
man cave. That's why most men ask for man cave, because the rest of the house is typically the woman's house.
Okay.
Do a man ever, or whoever you date, do they actually get a safe zone when you decorate the house? Because I say you come in with multiple stuff.
Correct.
So
without asking any questions.
Without asking any questions, because my spouse, my wife, trusts me to go out and make a decision as to what decor should be in here at what season of the year.
So does that?
However, the little man cave, the little separate space that you guys are talking about, that she has upstairs, not in a separate house, but upstairs. When we went and bought that stuff, she said what we should get.
So she
picked out the thing.
So she picked out one little portion of this. What's the square footage of this house?
22 and something.
So of this 2,200 square feet, she picked out 250 square feet of what went into the house.
Well, that's a little bit more than 200 square feet, first of all. Second of all, she pretty much has that space pretty much all to herself.
No. The question was,
but that
of the square footage, is that all the square footage that she picked out that went into the home?
Yes, because that was her choice.
Her choice. So bringing things back.
Yeah.
No,
we just like a bigger man cave.
No,
we just like access to a bigger man cave.
But no, that's strictly side case, because basically what she's saying is she take care of majority of the house.
Which that is my. We have. Okay.
Absolutely.
Speaking of this, okay. I'm gonna say we don't have gender roles, but we have roles in this house.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Chat's roles might be to wash the clothes, clean up, whatever.
Sure.
My job, go to the grocery store, decorate the house, make sure the bills go out as they need to be, and all that X, Y, and Z. So that is, if I was to tell her, hey, go shopping for the decor house, she's gonna be like, that's not my department. I don't know nothing about that. So why then would I put her in an uncomfortable position to go and do something that she's not even comfortable with doing? And then expect her to do it to both of our lives.
So my question now is, what if she wanted more space so she can decorate the way she wanted? Because that's what
that's what we would have been looking for.
Well, let me ask you this. I guess my question is, if your job is delegated to decorating the space,
correct,
then why did she get to delegate the decorating?
Because that's what she chose to delegate.
Oh.
Well, I'm saying is, what if she wanted a bigger spot? Or what if she
wanted what? She's like,
what if she wanted that bridge of the house on the side to decorate?
She would have a bridge on her house on the side.
But I'm just saying, what if she wanted? You already said she knows.
See what you trying to do? What y'all want to do is to have
space,
a motherfucking townhouse. Yes.
No.
Separate wall. There you go. Duplex.
Space.
Unacceptable.
Space.
That's separate space.
We don't want the space to do anything crazy in or nothing like that. Just space. More space.
So you telling me
we want a bigger man cave. We want more than 250
okay, so then we need to be doing maybe we need to do a custom home where you get that whole thing, because it's 2,200 square feet, so it's probably about 1,200 at the bottom. Let's just say, for example, 1,200 at the top. The 1,200 at the top could be your her whole man cave, separate space, whatever you want to call it, girl cave, whatever. It can be your whole. You can have the whole. So you don't need a separate door with a bridge and a lock and all that.
But at the same time, sometimes it's just hard and difficult. Like, say for instance, we go to work. We come home. Say for instance, as soon as we put our kid in that door, we open up the door. Wife start talking, girlfriend start talking, kids start talking. We need that 10 to 15 to an hour to a day to 2 weeks.
And so,
to get our minds together.
To relax.
Okay.
To unwind.
Then we come to y'all so we can listen. Or y'all can give us our
first of all, it's two things. First of all, you should be so excited to see your goddamn wife kids when you get home from work.
I don't think that's realistic.
Right.
I don't think anybody's excited to see their wife, their kids, and whatever you want to call every single day.
Oh,
and then as soon as they walk in the door.
Unless it was a life-threatening situation.
I beg to differ. But okay.
So say for instance, if I got fired.
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you this then. This hasn't happened though. Say for instance, if I got fired from my job, you think the first thing I want to do is come to the house and talk to my wife about me getting fired?
The first thing you want to do is go sit over there by yourself and start.
To let it set in, to figure things out, to
what the hell I need to do?
Okay.
Because to figure things out as a man.
Right.
Okay. Figure things out. Okay.
And sometimes you need a separate space of your own to figure things out.
Again, you have a whole 1,200 square feet, which is damn near a whole apartment.
Again, you need a separate space to just unwind.
So what gives you a separate space is just a door?
A wall. Or a door. Whatever you want to call it.
Okay, that is a wall.
That's open.
Okay, that's an exception.
A separate space.
Because it's nothing. We can call today, right now, and have them insert some damn sheetrock or whatever it's called here and there, and a door right there. There we go. Simple. I mean, that was a quick job. Simple.
What's the difference though to you as far as?
Because you don't need to be in a whole different house.
But why not?
Why do you need another kitchen over there? Why do you need another?
We don't even need that.
Yeah, because most of the time we order.
But why do you need a bridge though? That's what I don't understand. Why not just have a hallway?
A separate space.
Okay, hallway.
Because it's separation.
Hallway.
Okay, I said
Walk
okay
down
to
the
hallway.
hallway. That's like walking straight through here.
But is it walking into a separate space?
Into a separate as far
domain, whatever you want to call it, not a separate
structure.
You're
gonna be in the same structure because you're walking through a hallway. I'm not understanding. You walking through the same amount of space that you would be.
Okay, so let me ask you this: did you watch the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah.
Okay. So why do you think they had a pool house for Will and Carlton or whatever? It's on the same property, but there was a pool house for them, right?
Okay.
So did you have a problem with the pool house?
No, but it would be a problem if Phil big ass moved into the pool house.
But what if there was an argument? Wouldn't it be convenient? Well, let's say you and your spouse. If y'all had a property that had a pool house, and instead of you going through all the motions of, you know, what happens in the midst of an argument, that you're in a pool house, that you, instead of maybe getting a hotel or going to a friend's house or whatever have you, whatever happens when people get to arguments, that you can just go to the pool house and unwind, let things cool down, and then 5, 10, 30 hour a day later, you just come from the pool.
Because going
you
to
come
that,
from the pool house.
Going to that pool house is like you moving out.
That's how you
It's on the same property.
Look at
It's on the same property.
It's not the point, but you're not in the home.
So have you ever?
This is the home.
So have you ever in your life felt like, you know, I don't want to be bothered by no one. I just want to be by myself for 30 minutes to an hour to 15 minutes. So do you have an actual time limit where you feel like, oh, I should be back with my mate? It's no your time by yourself. No.
I have plenty of time by myself.
So let me ask you this, because you and your spouse work separate schedules.
Yes.
Have you and your spouse ever been in the midst of a disagreement and you left the home?
Yes.
Okay. So would you not have rather had a pool house to do that instead of?
No, but I still would have left.
Oh.
Because if I want to leave and not be bothered with her, then I don't want to be nowhere on the premises. As what you are saying, you don't want to be on the premises, so you want to be in a whole other house.
No. The premises consist of the separate structure.
Right.
So a pool house. Let's say, okay, let's erase the bridge. Let's just say there was a pool house.
No, because that's a whole other house. Why are you sleeping in a whole other house? You might as well go somewhere and get your apartment.
No. It's on the same structure.
But it's
so
still
it's like a small ABM. It's like a.
But my whole thing is, then you so basically, your spouse, your wife, your girlfriend wouldn't get her own space. She just gotta be in the house and go in her room and close the door.
Is that not her space because she got majority of the house?
No,
anyway?
she got the whole house.
It's everybody's space.
She got the whole house while I'm in the pool and while I'm in the pool house.
But you can be in the whole house, just in your separate little space in the house.
What?
I'm not understanding why you can be in a whole other house. That doesn't make sense. It sounds to me like to me. If Chad come to me telling me she want to be in a motherfucking pool house, I'm gonna swear up and down it's some motherfucker over there. I'm just calling.
Wait. So you telling me that if your house or yard or whatever was big enough and Chad was like, hey, I'm gonna get a pool house built. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you gonna think she want the pool house built so she can have somebody else in there in the goddamn backyard?
Not have somebody up in there, but why what you over there? You could be being slick any type of way. I don't know what you
So she want to do the same thing. She want to do the same thing. She
automatic shoot to that.
Why is your mindset automatically to be in a whole nother space?
Because I need time to think. I need time to gather
Think
things.
upstairs.
When do we have
Wow,
time
you
to
controlling. Wow, you
That is not
controlling.
controlling. If Chad is upstairs,
You're very controlling.
I'm not controlling.
Very
If
demanding.
Chad was upstairs, if she was upstairs,
Very
I would not.
Very,
When she's
very.
upstairs, for the most part, unless I'm going to say, hey, I'm at home, I don't go up there.
So then
Allowing her the space that I know she probably wants by even being up there.
So what's the problem with allowing her that space in a separate space that's included on the property?
Okay, so what if we had, hypothetically speaking, I say fine. You can have your separate space. That does not mean you sleep over there.
No, and it's not.
No, there is absolutely no reason for you to be sleeping in a whole nother
I
domain.
didn't even get the chance.
Okay, well go ahead, I'm just letting you know.
So no, it's not like every night, you know, she sleeps out there or whatever the case may be. But again, if there's an argument or somebody, not even necessarily an argument, a disagreement, man, I just need to get out the house and clear my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Why not just go?
I just sit.
The same way you use the garage.
I don't sleep out there.
No, you don't. So, but the same way you use the garage to go clear your head or just step out and chill in the garage or whatever, that's what the pool house
Which is
for.
still right here. Which is still
The pool house is right here. It's just probably about 300 feet away from that.
No, but I'm not 300 feet away.
So do you feel like you get to sleep with your mate every night?
I feel like we should, yes.
But do
Now,
you always happen? Because I can sit up here and watch TV and I can pass out on the couch. That don't mean I don't want to sleep.
And sometimes you pass on the couch and I go fall asleep on the couch too.
Sometimes. But what if you got recliners? What if you're man? Because men like recliners. It ain't no room for them.
Oh, so y'all with recliners, man.
Well, I'm a man.
Y'all in
I would definitely have a recliner
Yeah,
in my pool
most men,
house.
yeah, most men would
I would definitely have a
recliner.
recliner in my
And you
pool house.
and you would have to. Okay.
Most men would have a recliner.
Yeah, I have a recliner. in my
Okay,
house.
so why would you want to fall asleep in a recliner?
If
I
I'm
fall
going,
asleep on the couch. I fall asleep on the recliner. I do that a lot.
Okay, but
We talk-
that's okay. All that to the side, that's different from you living in a whole nother house with a bridge.
I'm not under. Well, we just did away with the bridge thing. We said a pool house that's included.
No, a pool house is worse than a bridge because there's no bridge to the house.
It's in the backyard.
You gotta walk out the house to get there. That's just like if Chat wanted to live in that house across the street, I gotta just walk right there to get to that house. She's in her space.
No. We said it's all connected to the property. To whatever property.
Okay, but
you
it's
own.
still the same distance. Okay, so basically what you're saying is, what you and your party, you would want to just buy some land, and we could just basically get 2 houses built on the land, and we could just basically decide, I might come over there.
No, I felt like no, absolutely
But
not.
that's what you're saying, basically, because that's what you're saying.
trying to say you're trying to isolate yourself. When that ain't the case, you just say
You are isolating
You
yourself.
just
give me some
you
time.
just want a structure or some separate space. And I don't see anything wrong with that. It's no different
It
from
doesn't
having
be a
this.
separate structure. That's all I'm
So
saying.
look, it's like taking this 250 feet that you let your spouse decorate. It's like taking that and just sitting it in the backyard.
Yeah, I would prefer not.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't see the
that's-
problem.
that's why-
Because you did say you don't bother your spouse when she's up there and everything. So then what's the problem with it being
So do you
say in the
I
backyard?
don't have to go out the door. I shouldn't have to go out my door.
What do you have to go out the door for if you said you don't bother her when she's up there anyway? So
No,
what do you need
but
to
it
what do you need
could
to go out
be
the door
anything.
for?
It
That's
could
the
be
point.
anything.
That's the point.
It could be anything.
Why are you
so
going
with
out the
that
door?
being said,
Call her. Call her.
Right, I agree.
Call her.
with that being said, me having to leave out in case I needed to go and run over there, it's an emergency, anything, I have to leave out. I just have to leave out no door to go in another door to get
Like,
to.
why would you have to run out there? It's 250 feet. It's on there. It's on your property. You know where she is. You know there's probably
Anything
the
can
technology. There's cameras. There's cameras connected to the cell phone. If there's something going on that you need to, go to the backyard for, you can just make a phone call.
Yeah, I just want to have access to
So
that.
let's.
So it seems like you have the issues with somebody just not being over your watch.
Not over my watch.
That's what
In my space.
That's what it sounds.
And I know for a fact my spouse would not want a separate fucking space.
I'm not sure. That's a question.
I'm very
That's
sure.
a question we have to ask your spouse.
I don't mind asking her, would you want a separate space?
What?
Would you want a separate space? Would you want to live in a separate space with the bridge?
No.
No,
We didn't
hold
say
on.
that.
She be happy. Let her be happy. Let her answer. Go ahead.
No. We're saying preface the question, right? We're saying a pool house like a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
So you,
Oh, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, okay.
Would you like one of those?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Thank you.
and you be sleeping over there.
I mean, I don't think necessarily like I would sleep over there, but I mean, if I wanted some space, I would probably go out there.
But
Thank
you
you,
be
thank
sleeping
you.
over there. Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
mean, it's just like if I'm upstairs, I fall asleep.
Bingo.
Like after watching a couple games, drinking a couple beers, I might fall asleep.
It's no
Then
different.
It ain't no difference in
It's
saying like
no different.
I don't want to be by you. It's just I was drinking a couple beers, watching the game, and fell asleep.
And I fell asleep.
Okay, but at some point you need to be coming to your room. Not
Well,
having a whole other space with a whole other
Well,
room.
this
Like
sounds
the pool
like
house, the pool house did have bedrooms.
This sounds
The
like-
pool house did have bedrooms and a kitchen.
this sounds like a different conversation
No.
for a different day. That's what
Oh, it sounds like she's the deputy. She want to make sure you in your room on time.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This sounds like a different
I
conversation
know.
for a different
So,
day.
because y'all will not hear something.
7:35, you better eat. 10 o'clock, you better wash your ass.
That's
10:30, your ass better be in the bed with the cover.
Hey, what did the college coach
11
say?
o'clock,
What
you
did he
better
say?
close your
What
eyes.
did the college coach say? She said right here. What did he say?
Plantation. That's what you working on the plantation.
No.
We all need to
Fuck
be
no.
on
Now you
plantation.
know.
You tell us
No.
when we need to wake up, when we need to lay down,
Yeah.
when we need to eat.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that to be here at a certain time.
No,
what I'm
yeah.
saying is,
Yeah.
shouldn't be sleeping in no fucking pool house where there's 2 separate bedrooms, a whole kitchen, living room, that's a whole other fucking house.
But you still know where she
I
at.
don't care.
It's y'all property.
Right.
So,
It's
ba-
y'all property. It's
So-
y'all's property.
For you not to like that, is it you said
Wow.
you would think that she's over there being slick
Wow.
or doing anything. So
Wow.
insecure with yourself
Wow.
to think
And
that.
I ain't insecure with myself.
Or
To
your
think
relationship, because it's saying,
First thing she ran to was like most women.
Whoa.
I think they over there doing something.
That's what she
You
said.
been
And
straight
first
back.
of all,
She
it's
took
like-
you over there with $1 million plan.
No. Fuck that. What I will say.
Fuck what?
What I will say
Fuck what?
is I believe when I said about being slick, we was not talking about a fucking pool house. We was talking about a whole
But
house. House with a green.
no,
We were talking about a house with a green. Now you want to
why are we even talking about being
Why do
slick?
you even feel you need to have a whole other house?
But we
A man
went-
cave inside the house is
We
enough.
went from peace of mind
What
to
makes
being
you
slick.
glad to say it's
Wow.
What makes you glad to say it's enough?
My mind is blown.
What makes
It
you glad
should
to
be.
say?
My mind is
It
blown.
should be because
My mind is
99% of the time you motherfuckers is being
My
slick.
mind.
Let's just get close.
So we can't even get a peace of mind without us being
So
slick.
you need to
We
be in a
can't even
whole
finish.
other house.
We can't even-
You know what?
Yes.
Do you have your own time? Do you?
I do have my own time.
Okay, what do you do with your time?
Well, this.
This. So Chad has never ever said, "Man, I think Mo doing this and that." Because me and us guys, we don't think like that.
She knows where I
We
am.
don't, but I'm saying.
So
she do.
How she know we
She
over
you
there?
know
But
exactly
she's
where
not
she
in the
at.
house. That's what I'm telling you. She's not in the house.
So look, y'all work. You and your spouse work separate schedules, right?
Exactly.
And so when she's at work and you home, she knows where you are, right?
Yes.
That's what you just said.
Yes, but I'm not in a separate house on the same.
But she's not at home. So what the fuck is wrong with her being in the backyard?
She's not in the backyard. She's in
Essentially-
another fucking house.
That's in the backyard.
I don't care. She should be at home.
Whoa.
Not in the motherfucking.
Whoa, Miss
not
Deputy. Yeah,
Not
whoa.
in the motherfucking.
Whoa,
Not in
Miss
the fucking
Deputy.
mother.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah.
God
Lock
damn.
that up. Not in the fucking mother-in-law suite.
God
That's what she
damn.
That's what it is. A mother-in-law suite.
Wow.
That's what it is.
Wow.
You know? That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Wow.
Yes.
What
That's
is
what
it?
it's called.
So
And
you-
then that's why it's for a mother-in-law, because mother-in-law need to be too close.
Wow.
See, you know what it sounds like?
What
She
it sound
mad because if Chassa was to get the space in the back, she can't dictate what's going on and what's in there. So she can't
Damn,
control that.
she sound like the Houston Rockets owner.
Okay, well,
Sound like a
if
politician.
that was the case, I wouldn't need to dictate anything over there.
I mean, but that's what you
But
sound like.
that's what you sound like.
That's
You
not,
could-
it just sounds like.
Or is it
Well,
destruction?
let's first start with when we even started the conversation. We wasn't talking about Uncle Phil ass Fresh Prince ass house. We was talking about living in two separate houses, like this one in the house next
Right,
door.
but we brought it down. We agreed
Okay,
that might be
so
a bit
okay,
much.
so let's
We
break it
agreed
down.
that might be a
Let's
bit
break it
much.
down.
So
Let's
we
break it
brought
down.
it down.
Let's break it down.
Yeah.
Let's break it down.
So
So we could do the house like on Fresh Prince
Yeah,
with the pool house
yeah.
with a hallway.
So you don't think
300 feet away,
Do,
down a 300 feet hallway.
do you?
That's it. That's a compromise.
What's the need for the hallway if it's in the
Because it's in
backyard?
the same house.
So do you think rich people, rich couples, they have multiple houses? You think that man goes to that same house every night?
He might not. And that may work for them.
But it's just saying
It may work for them.
So
But
why
how
would
you know?
We're
How
not
you know?
talking about the rich. See,
So
now you're
thank you.
looking off top.
No. This is my thing. You just said it might work for them, right? How you
It
know?
might work for them.
But this is what I'm gonna say. It might work for them, but how you know what he's saying ain't working for him in his life?
I'm just.
She might.
And how do you know?
Hold
How do you know that wouldn't
Ooh.
work for? How do you know that wouldn't
Ooh.
work for your spouse
Ooh.
potentially?
Well, it
How do
may
you
work.
know?
We have to
Because you did just ask her, and she said she didn't see anything wrong with it.
Exactly, and so there will be a compromise. So the
So
compromise would be her having her pool house 300 square feet away with a 300 square feet hall.
And maybe y'all need to look into getting a bigger house
And they may be
with a pool house.
asking,
Hold on, but the thing
asking for a gift.
So
They don't pay.
the compromise is just a hallway.
Yeah, I would compromise with the
So
hallway.
you want me to tell you why that ain't no compromise?
There is a fuck. Don't tell me nothing.
No, I'm just.
Don't tell me nothing.
But this what
That's
we're
a
here for.
compromise.
This-
You get the 3 square foot house.
We on Confident Talk podcast,
Right.
and I'm gonna tell you why that ain't compromise. Because you just said that is your compromise. You didn't ask us that was her compromise.
Okay, so the first thing.
When
So
she's
therefore-
the one who's looking for it, who she's the one who
Right.
wants it.
Okay, well let me ask.
So
So
you
again,
can
let's
have
go
a-
back. We're gonna ask her, and then we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna get on to the next topic.
Okay.
So if we say, okay, you get the pool house, like on the same property, And I said, okay, I really don't want you to do that, but I'll compromise if we could have a hallway. You said how far is it, 300 feet? I will compromise if we have 300 feet hallway.
Why would we need a hallway?
There we go.
Because
There we go.
over
There we go.
without,
There we go.
You
There
can
we go.
get over there fine without a
I don't need to
hallway.
walk outside. Why do I need to walk
There we go.
outside? Just
There
go
we go.
inside.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
But why do you need a hallway?
Why do you need to go? Why do you need me to walk outside to get
Oh, there we
to you?
go. There goes the deputy. There goes the deputy. There goes the deputy.
So we want to agree on that one. So we are going to move on.
No, because
No.
before we move on, because I think that we can go further into that topic. So you would rather, okay, I'm talking about it. So instead of me getting out of work and sitting in my car for an hour before I walk in the house, would you prefer me going in the back house and you waking up every night, you cut on lights on, you see me in the back? I'm saying, would you prefer that instead of me sitting in my car or driving all over the place?
Okay.
Is this okay? Can we
Personally-
do this on the coffee bean part?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
my whole thing is. Okay, first of all.
But I'm saying, which one would you prefer?
First of all, okay, you said you sitting in the car when you come home from work or whatever, right? How long is that for about?
It can be from 30 minutes to an hour.
So you pull up to your house
I think-
and sit in the car for 30 minutes to an hour before you even go in?
I think majority.
Ain't no whoa.
It's not even about just men. Hold on. Have you never been in an unhealthy relationship where you live with somebody where you park in front of the house and then want to go in the house? You've never experienced
At that
that?
point, it's unhealthy. At that point, I want to be there.
Have you ever experienced it?
At that point, it's unhealthy.
Have you ever experienced it?
And yes, and guess where I
And
am? Not
how
there.
long did you sit
And
in
not
the
there.
How long did you sit in the car?
But she didn't even check out.
Wait. How long did you sit in the car?
If I'm mad at
No,
work,
it's not that I had to sit in the car, but what I'm saying
So
is
you
Have
never
you not
ever
done
sat in the car before
not
you
just
came
sit
to
in the
house
car
to check.
for pull up and I'm just like.
You never went. Oh wait.
So you
wait a
never-
minute now.
Hold on, wait.
Wait a minute now.
Let's
Wait a
go.
minute now. Wait a minute now.
Let's go.
You telling me you gonna sit here on the coffee bean bar, coffee bean talk,
And say you never.
and tell me that you have never been in a situation where you were living with someone and pulled up to the house and then want to go in and sit in the car for X amount of time? before you
Well,
went
I won't say that I've sat in the car for X amount of time. I might say I would spend longer being out.
in. And you never pulled up to the house and been like, damn, I don't want to.
No, when I'm at home, I'm just going in.
Oh wow.
So
Wow. Now,
See, it's a little different than what I.
that is not true. That is not
Okay,
true.
moving
That is
along.
not true.
Moving
That is
along.
not true. It ain't. I don't even just sit in the house.
I think, but I do believe all men, for when we go to work and we deal with the world, I think all men come home late at night or whatever time they come home, they sit in the car for X amount of time because I know multiple men, whether they 50, 60, 70, 40, 30, 20, they take their time going in the house because because you have to gather yourself.
But hold on, hold on.
No, we
Because you gotta gather yourself, right? But you said if you had the separate house, you could just go right in.
But I said, what's wrong with you prefer though?
No, but hold on. What you just said was you sit in the car for whatever X amount of time before you go in. And you previously said, wouldn't we rather see you inside the pool house, like kind of flicking through a TV?
Right.
Which means you wasn't sitting in your car for the 20, 30
Well,
No, I'm
but
saying,
that don't
no,
mean
I
we can
asked
sit in
you-
the car.
No,
to go
right. That's
Why?
what I'm saying.
Why
Which one
Why
would you
that?
prefer?
Because
Why
you get to unwind before you go into the actual house.
If I'm in the car, you know where near me because I'm out there.
Right,
So
you still in a separate space.
So you've been gone for 10 to 12 motherfucking hours and you still need an extra 20, 30 minutes away from me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
Why is that?
Because as soon as we get the dough, y'all already talking to us. As soon as we get the dough.
Okay, because you wake up in the morning, right? You do whatever you have to do. There's no time.
And this is somebody working on the same, like somebody working a normal, working on the same shift.
whatever. So you wake up in the morning, you get ready to go. You don't really have much time to yourself. You drive to work, whatever. All you're doing is thinking about what the hell you're gonna do when you get to work. You get to work and you deal with all the bullshit you do at work. You get off work and you drive home thinking about being at home. And so you get home, so you don't have any time to yourself in this whole, let's say 10, 11 hour block. You don't have no time to yourself. So when you get there, you like some time to yourself. Now, whether that be a little 20 minutes of sitting in the damn car by your damn self, before you walk through the door and you just want some time to yourself, and that's all it's about.
Because I know
It's about
people-
having time
I know
to
people have a
yourself.
6-pack in the
Well-
car ready
Right.
for them when they get out of work and they'll sit in the car and drink 2 beers before they walk in the house.
So it's, I just,
It's about having time to yourself.
but you can have time, you can't just come in, get ready, take a shower, wind down, to have time. with
No,
yourself,
because
walk
then
down.
the wife is gonna feel like, oh, you just came through the house, you didn't say anything to me, you didn't acknowledge me, you didn't
You
talk
can't
to
say
me.
hi?
Yeah, you can say hi. But in reality, you want some time to yourself to unwind, to chill.
Before you even say hi.
Do you think having time to yourself is important?
Yes.
Well, that's it. That's all we're talking about.
Because if I had a guest house, I wouldn't even walk through the house when I get out. I just sneak through the back and I just send her a text like, "Man, I'm in the back.
Right.
I'm in the back of the house."
Yeah.
I
That
just-
would be ideal. That would be
Yeah,
ideal.
it's-
I'm saying as a man, that's what but I'm letting her know exactly where I'm at, baby. Today been rough, baby. I just need some time.
I'm unwinding.
And
I'm
I'm coming
unwinding.
in and
I'm unwinding.
So you feel like it's more of an unwind and not a, it's not that you don't want to be around the person.
Right.
It's
It has
just that
zero-
before you get there, you want to just take a second,
And
take
have
a
some
breathe.
time to yourself.
Yeah,
And
it
okay,
has
and
zero
so,
things to
so,
do with
but does that
identity.
go on for days, or is that just like a, you know, I need a couple hours for
Nah,
myself?
if it's no argument or whatever the case may be, then it's just, you know, you just need some time to yourself. Like, I think in reality, I think every man feels this way,
Right.
and I think every person feels this way.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But I don't think they admit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for with you and your spouse, y'all work separate schedules.
Right.
So, you know, it doesn't really, you know, y'all don't get the same effect of it, but I think every person feels this way. Like, especially if you work the same schedule. So, you know, I think space in a relationship is healthy. It's no different than, you know, we've had conversations about keeping your identity. A person keeping their identity within the relationship or whatever. Having your own space, like respecting the fact that your significant other values their space or needs their space, does not say, I don't want to be around you, or I don't like you, or I don't love you, or I don't none of that. It's just, you know what I'm saying, to keep this thing healthy, we around each other 24/7. Let me get motherfucking 45 minutes.
Well, okay, get your
God
40
damn.
minutes. I'm not saying about 45 minutes. I guess for me, the way how you put it is like you need to be living in your own house with a bridge. Y'all come together as y'all please.
We already knocked the bridge down. We
Right.
already.
So that's where it stems from. But all I'm saying is that it did seem as though like you just don't. As soon as I get out of work, y'all talking to us. I don't want to talk to us. Instead of saying I just need a moment to
I
gather
can give you a better
myself.
example than that. Fuck that. Like me and my wife, we stay in an apartment. She works from home now. Most people doing coronavirus works from home.
Correct.
Okay, so do you think, even with you work from home, do you think when Chad get off at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 4:35, whatever, you think in the morning when you sitting up there on your calls from work, you think she want to hear you on your motherfucking calls? No, but if she was if she had her own little spot in the back, she can go to the back and she can have her own little space where she can
But
go.
again,
I'm pretty sure when she got off at whatever time, if y'all had what do we call it?
Pool house.
A pool house. I'm pretty sure she would go straight to that motherfucker.
I
I'm pretty
think-
sure.
well,
I'm pretty sure.
Because in the morning when my wife is on the phone, you think I want to hear her slogan for her job or her talk to all these clients? No.
But
God,
again, the thing is that you just said you live in an apartment, and if you was living in a
So
bigger
we might-
apartment, if you lived in a bigger apartment that had a whole other level, a whole other
It
space,
still be the same way. It still be the same way.
And you can
You
still
don't
hear.
think-
You can still hear.
Yeah,
Even in
yeah.
here, you
You
can
don't think
still hear.
Chad would
You can
prefer,
still hear.
like, even if she want to get up and blast some music out, she can't do that because you're doing your fucking job. But if she had her pool house, she can blast some motherfucking music
But
over
and
there.
then you also said that this would be the family house, so most people aren't really just freely welcome over in your space. You just welcome over here.
I mean,
So it's just-
if you want to make
See,
this,
she
if
gonna-
you want to make this
Yeah,
into,
she's trying to go, like,
you
try to
know,
find a point.
If you
I'm not trying
want
to
to make this into
Oh.
if you want to make this into
Yeah, she's trying to find
a
She
his
lost.
versus her little
She lost.
situation, you know, we can go there. But why do that? We
All
just told you what it's
I'm
about.
saying, okay, and that's fine. All I'm saying is I don't feel like it needs to be a whole
Why
nother
is
house.
not just acceptable? Because that's what we want also.
It's because of what you want.
You
just
get
said
what you
you
want.
want.
Okay,
You
hold on.
you decorate the
Okay,
whole house.
So
You
we
get what you want.
gonna pretty much, like I said, my compromise is the hallway.
Okay, so So,
My compromise to
so
hold.
apparently this is a him versus her type.
Yeah,
of shit.
right.
No,
I guess
definitely.
that's what this is.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
this
not-
is.
Hey, you know what that is? Yeah, her dick bigger than ours. She swinging her dick.
I guess so, man.
Yeah,
Apparently
she swinging her
so.
dick.
No. Let
That's
me.
what
You
it
know
is.
what? And as you since you were there,
Where we going?
since we going there
Where we
because
going?
now we all ready to come to the agree to somewhat disagree on the separate living space.
I just
So
think we
now-
look at things differently than y'all. I mean,
you think men and women think of things completely different?
right. I think that y'all are more emotional. With us, it's more like, this is what it is. Whether we care about it or we don't. We just straightforward. Well, a lot of us, men, we very straightforward. We very simple. Y'all trying to make us complicated.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Since y'all are so simple.
Shoot.
What is your expectation of a woman?
What is my expectation?
Or I'm gonna say this. What do you think a woman's role in a relationship should be?
My backbone, not my backbone, my rib. By the Bible, she's supposed to be my rib. So therefore, without me, it's no her. Without her, it's no me. Support. I think every man wants support because I think a lot of times women don't support their men. They say they do, but they really don't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all shoot just like something that she wanted. You saying it got to be a compromise.
Right. You're not being supported by acknowledging.
But a lot of times-
Oh, I get acknowledgement, and
But a lot of
I
times-
want to compromise.
But a lot of times-
I want to compromise.
But a lot of times when a woman says something in a relationship, a man be like, all right, go on do it, go on take care of it. Here go X amount of money or whatever. In a relationship, women get more say so than any man in this world.
Or if you don't acknowledge it, then it's a huge problem. You're not listening. You don't care. You're not supportive. You're not this. You're not this. You do all of these things, right? If you don't acknowledge or listen to whatever they got to say, but you don't. Y'all don't put the same emphasis on our needs and our wants.
Okay.
And that's
Do you
period.
actually think that you know what a woman actually needs from you? From being a man? You gonna tell me what you bring to the table, but do you know what your
Right,
man
so-
actually needs from you?
Well, my man actually needs.
No, I'm just saying,
Do you know what your mate actually needs from you?
Yes. Because I've asked her. We've talked about it. We've discussed it.
Do you think?
So with that-
but do you
so hold
think?
on, so hold on.
Because we going into that. Do you think most women do that though? Do most of your friends do that, or they already have that expectation?
And at what point in your relationship did you do that?
Okay.
How
So
long
let me answer your
were
question
you into your relationship before you
Okay,
did
so
that?
let me answer your question first, then I'm gonna answer your question.
Yeah.
So your question was, do I think my friends do that?
Yeah.
I think a lot of my friends do.
But do they already have an expectation on what should be there? I mean, I know people say I have morals and I have standards,
Right.
but what are their morals and standards? Because a lot of it is bullshit. A lot of it is with these IG, Instagram, a lot of these reality
But y'all
shows.
also want what y'all see on Instagram.
For
Y'all
instance-
want bald ass.
No,
Y'all want bitches taking out their breath.
We
Y'all want
just-
everybody to get
First of all, we
Y'all, yes.
no. We just had this discussion about.
Yeah, we
the
did.
bald
Oh,
ass.
we had a discussion. But
Don't
I'm just saying.
don't nobody like bald ass, by the way. That shit too hard.
I don't have a problem with if they choose to battle about it. I have no problem with that. I just like they should stop making it seem like if you don't value your ass, you ain't shit. Or if you don't value your body, you ain't shit. Bitch,
The
I'm
bald ass is too hard.
I just think that the media and what is put out there is bullshit. I think a lot of expectations that people want right these days are not genuine. I think it's a lot of bullshit.
Okay, give me an example.
Most men don't make six figures. All men don't sell dope. All
Okay.
men can't sit up here. I want to be like, hey, I need a woman to do my buy for my nails, buy my hair. Why should I pay for shit that you should get done for your damn self in the first place? We sit up here. Don't you pay for your own haircut?
For sure.
Don't you pay for your own clothes?
For
So evidently, shit, why not? You should do it for yourself because you love yourself.
Well, I agree with that.
No, I'm just saying, but I'm saying,
And-
majority of the women on social media today think that's what it takes. Oh,
Well-
my boss is about that. Bitch, you don't even make $12.
My
What
whole
you motherfuckers
thing
don't
is,
even make
my whole
$12
thing
and
is,
got all these fucking standards in this life.
social media has made it to where people have just unrealistic expectations. You gotta look a certain way. You gotta have a certain amount.
But how much stuff in this world is genuinely real? Even in these relationships.
I agree with that. But my whole thing with you, with the question was,
What do I want from a woman?
what do you think a woman's role is?
And I said the biggest thing is support.
Okay.
And what I mean by support is you leaning on me and I'm leaning on you, but before that we gotta bring the best us to the party.
And what's the best you?
the best me will be like anything that I want to do as far as you push me to that thing or anything that I feel like I'm capable of. If I say, babe, I can live 300,000 pounds, you know what? Knowing that is impossible, you know my wife should say, babe, you got this. Even though I'm a damn fool, just because I believe. But however, she can be realistic, like, babe, you got this, but don't show off. Don't even worry about that. Stop me. You know what I'm saying? Stop me from being a dumbass, but still believe in me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, a man needs conversation from their woman. Because a lot of times, like even what you just saying, a lot of us sound like 90% of it is your way. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
What is my way? Hold on. 90% of what is my way?
I'm just saying, if we was like in a relationship, I'm just saying, as far as you just said, it's a compromise, but it was only your compromise.
Right.
It wasn't my compromise. I said that's what my compromise was. I haven't even heard her compromise.
I'm with you. The problem is, in most relationships, you know what I'm saying? Like, women feel like the men need to do the majority of the compromise when they don't even understand what they man really want or need.
From
like literally, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just real talk. You know what I'm saying? Because
y'all
are so focused on trying to make us understand what y'all want or y'all need, when in all actuality, y'all have no fucking idea what we want or what we need. Because you don't make it a point. You make it like y'all make it a point like it's 97% effort put into making sure we understand what y'all want, and you talk to your girls about this nigga didn't do this and this nigga didn't do that. So there's maximum effort put into that, right?
They think looks is all.
But there's so so little. There's about 90% less effort put into understanding what we want.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where the discourse comes into place. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, so now we feel like y'all complain about us doing this and doing that and doing that, but really, you don't have no fucking idea what I want. You ain't even trying to fucking.
I go even farther with
Didn't
that.
we got to? But you said motherfuckers so worried about doing this and doing that. What is doing this and doing that?
What do you mean doing it? What?
You said that we be so worried about, doing
Oh,
this
making
and
sure.
doing that.
No. Making sure we doing this and doing whatever it is that y'all need or expect or what. Making sure y'all expectations are met. That's what y'all are focused on.
See,
y'all are focused on
So
women.
do y'all agree, with that being said, because y'all both agree that a lot of times women are so emotional that we focus on just like what we want and what we need and what our standards are.
Do you think you actually?
So hold on.
Yes.
Let me. I'll get to the question. So what y'all saying that? Do y'all feel like when at times you might feel like, okay, my woman don't understand me. She ain't trying to compromise. She ain't trying to do X, Y, Z. I done already told her what I need, what I want to do. Is that grounds for you to go looking elsewhere?
No.
It's not grounds, but it happens.
It happens. It's not grounds, but
It's not grounds, but it happens.
But it happens, and then what? Then you try to then you still with the person, then y'all still like doing the same thing. The same kind of like it's happening. I need you to do this and you're not doing this. Then it happens again, and then I need you to do this. So because my whole thing is, how many times do I need to tell you like, hey, I need X, Y, Z before I say, you know what? I see that you're not gonna do those things, and I need to find some type of peace within myself, and that might be my peace.
Because Because honestly, sometimes you just hoping, hey, some person acknowledges this, and soon we'll get to the point of we can fix this. As far as a person stepping out, that happens on both, whether it's a man or a woman. Most women step out just like men step out. So let's not just say most men step out.
Nobody's saying women
but your question was,
90%
is it
of the time
okay?
women don't understand
Is
y'all.
it okay?
Or
And
we said 90% of the time y'all don't put the emphasis on trying to understand what
Right.
our needs are.
And how many times is that 90%
But
of the
the
time
thing-
do people end up stepping out because they just get so frustrated with their spouse not understanding them or giving them what they
And I'm
want?
saying that happens a lot, whether you are male or you are female.
I didn't say that.
So,
I'm not saying that it doesn't, but we're talking about y'all right now because y'all said it.
No, we're not talking about us. We're talking about in general.
Oh, but you did. You
No,
said 90%
we're
of
talking
the
about in
time
general.
women don't put the emphasis in.
That percentage included everybody.
So when a man don't bring what he supposed to bring to the table, whether it's man or female, even in your previous relationship, I mean, every time you just moved on, so you telling me lie that you never cheated in your whole entire life? I don't care if you was in kindergarten and he didn't bring you a Jello, you know what I'm saying, and the other dude brought you some chocolate milk, some yoo-hoo, you know what I'm saying? So did you prefer the yoo-hoo or did you prefer the Jello?
No, but what I will say,
Oh, did you say no?
what I will
You know what I'm
say,
saying?
and
People don't want to get
and I'm ready to get motherfuckers real. And I'm so,
No, I'm just saying, so have you ever cheated in your life?
I have,
Okay.
and I've been cheated on.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't the question.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't the question.
That was not the
Yes,
question.
you do.
No. That wasn't the question.
Okay,
The question
okay.
was, have you ever
And
cheated
the
in your life?
answer is yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
All right. Moving
But
along,
I will
moving
say,
along.
and then what was the next question you asked?
I don't know because we don't comment. I'm drinking, so I do not even know.
Well, my question was from
I
a
did
long
not
time
even
ago
know.
was, at what point did you ask your spouse what she needed from the relationship?
I feel like I asked that at least in the beginning, or if not in younger days, if I didn't ask in the beginning.
So you 100% of what
No, we're not talking about younger days. We're talking about your current
my
relationship.
current.
Because
At
you
what point?
Because your
Yeah.
wants and your needs change.
So at what point in your current relationship do you feel like you took the time to ask or understand what your spouse really, and do you even feel like you understand what your spouse really needs?
Yeah.
Even
Do you feel like you do?
I mean, I feel like for the most part I do understand
And
what
when
she
did you
needs.
feel like you found out what she needs?
I definitely feel like from the beginning. I mean, she's right there. You could ask her, but I feel like from the beginning I've tried to figure out what she needs and try to, based on things that she tell me or based on conversations we have, I'll try to figure it out. Then it got to a point where it's like, you know what, maybe I want to hear her tell me what it is. So we've discussed love languages, we've discussed things that we need. I may have not understood it, even though she may have told me. I may have not understood it, and yes, that did come with time.
So when did the love language conversation come about?
I would say for sure after she moved here, so maybe within a year and a half
Okay,
after we got together.
Okay, so the next question, did y'all update that? Because the same thing I wanted in 98, I don't want in 2003.
Yes.
Same thing I wanted in 2003,
Yes.
I don't want in 2003.
And
So the way my elevator thing is, the older I get, I want more stuff. The more
I get it. And so
Well, not even necessarily more, just different.
right.
yeah, and not only that, but me and Chat go through our changes. But like I said, I always say it on my episodes.
But
we go to therapy, and I enjoy it. I enjoyed learning that.
So at what point in your relationship did you decide to go to therapy? How deep were you into your relationship before you decided to do therapy? Because I think that's important for a lot of people to
It's been
understand.
like 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years before y'all decided to go to therapy.
Yeah.
But what y'all had
And
a problem with you was y'all. I mean, because
Therapy's not about problems.
No, that's what I'm finna go. That's where I'm finna go.
go.
That's the route I'm finna go because a lot of people think you're supposed to go to therapy for problems. Sometimes you just want to go so you can have a better understanding.
Yes.
That's all. And
No, you should go.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but most people think, they go to therapy. So I'm gonna be wrong with it, but that ain't always the case.
Individually, you should go, and as a couple,
Yeah.
because relationships
No,
are so
I
hard.
agree. I agree
Relationships
with
are hard.
I think
Y'all
it's
should
a
take
must.
y'all ass to therapy, and that's why I'm asking this question. I'm only asking it for the people who are watching, not to put your relationship
Yeah,
on.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
We are very
But 5 years into it,
Yeah, it took about
before
5
y'all
years.
start to go to therapy, and y'all are married, and y'all are one of the fortunate couples that made it through. But a lot of people won't make it 5 years without going to therapy.
That's true.
So
that is true.
So I say that to say most people out there should probably start doing the therapy much sooner than 5 years.
And also,
I
if a man or a woman asks their mate to go through therapy, it's not because we're going through anything. It's just I just want to better us because I'm not understanding you in some department. So this is a way for us to we have a mediator. You know what I'm saying? So that therefore we can't cause no argument. We won't get in trouble with each other. That we can both have an understanding when we leave the table. Most people think you only going to therapy because it's a fucking problem.
Right.
No, I just need to understand you because I'm not listening. I mean, I'm listening, but I'm not listening. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women.
Well, it's no different. It's no different than you know how in sports they be like, okay, we gotta get a new coach because the voice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need a new voice.
We need a new voice.
Yeah,
We need a new
like
voice.
Larry Brown
Yeah,
and stuff like
we need a new
that. We need a new
voice.
voice.
It's no different than in a
Right.
relationship.
Right.
Sometimes you need a new voice, and the voice is the therapist.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
I
Because y'all sitting here going through running the same goddamn plays, and you run into a wall. It ain't working. It ain't working. So you need a new voice.
Sometimes that new voice, you still want to trade the player. And sometimes you want to trade the player.
And that might be the research into seeing if that's what you need.
Okay, my whole thing is this. If you need a new player, why don't you go get one?
Because sometimes
Stop trading the people off the bench, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Go and get
No.
player.
What he was saying was after therapy may help you realize that you need a new player.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But even after therapy, people still keep the same
okay,
player.
hold on, just like
No,
because it can be like this. Okay, we can go even into sport. It's like me having Tom Brady. Boom. Tom Brady throw for all.
Now y'all not gonna keep on talking about all that shit.
No.
Okay,
this is what I'm finna say.
We gonna talk about it. We not doing no.
Sometimes substitute
All these motherfucking
No.
we just like Tom Sports and the DJ and
it's not that you lost faith in the person. It's not that you lost faith in the person you have. It's just, hey, I'm giving that person that I have time off to really
time off. What is time off? Hold on.
What is time off? They're sitting in the pool house. That's time off.
Yeah.
You know, they're sitting in the pool house.
You have a pool house.
Yeah,
Right now. You have a pool house.
No, but I'm just talking about.
Let's talk about because the average person don't have a pool house.
No,
Let's talk about the average person.
No, I'm talking about
A
some people.
mental time.
Do you think when people in a relationship, you don't think sometimes you need time off from your
Off the
relationship?
relationship?
Yeah. I love you. Don't never get
Well, not a marriage. We're talking about a relationship.
Right.
No, a relationship too. Like if you commit to the relationship, you're committing to
So
the
you want to be
relationship.
cool and Chad said, you know what, I'm gonna go to Cali for a day or two by myself. You don't think she should take no trip by herself?
You said a break from the
That's a
relationship.
break, but I'm just saying
That's her going
No,
on
I'm
vacation.
saying, no, we're still together. When I'm saying a break from a relationship, I mean like we still together, but I just need time away from you. Just for a couple
So go out of town to Cali by yourself.
You can talk to me all day. We can FaceTime. I'm just saying, do you think that's okay? Or you think that's okay?
I mean, if that's what you want to do, but that would have to already be a pattern that's already set in stone. Not no just up one day, I'm going to Cali by myself. It's since when? When we started, since when?
Since when?
Yeah, since when?
No, I'm just saying sometimes.
So let's talk about when did that start? Let me start from the beginning.
Because I feel like, I tell my wife all the time, shit, I will finance a trip with her girl if she want to go with her girl or if she want to go by herself somewhere.
So you'll finance a trip?
Yes, I would. But I also say, hey, can I go to Cali? Because I like smoke weed. And I'm like, at the same time.
So why don't you just take it with you?
At the same time, what are we into it?
What if y'all are into it more than you not?
Because it's no different from having a pool house. Sometimes you need to
No, y'all say.
But you still have a connection because you FaceTime me all day. You still talking on my fucking phone all day. You still, so what's the problem?
So you feel like y'all can't. So you feel like once you're in a relationship or whatever, you can't do nothing by yourself.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But don't just pop up. Okay, chat. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I pop up today. Yeah, man, I'm going to Cali next week by myself.
Nah, it ain't.
I'm going to Cali by myself next week. I need some time.
It ain't like that. It ain't like that.
It ain't like
that.
First of all, who would even announce the shit like that?
Because
I'm going to Cali next week. She make it sound like it's a fucking business meeting.
Right.
We into it.
Ain't nobody.
We into it.
Okay, so the best of all this.
I'm going to Cali because I don't want to deal with this.
The best of all this is because you into it.
Basically.
The best of all y'all thought process when you into it.
Right.
Basically.
That's all time that we
Basically and right. Basically and right.
Right.
Okay. So what about when you're not into it? That's when you want to be at home. So you want to be into it and be away.
But you still want your pool house.
When are you not out of mind? You always in mind. You just out of sight. See, that's what you fail to realize. You always on out of mind. We just don't want you around. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's it.
What's sick about it?
I mean, a little space, like I can see like girls go get their nails done, go get they, they out for out shop. I mean, I go out
y'all
shop.
took the whole day.
Hold on. But you know what? She said I. So she only think about herself, but she didn't
No,
think about what
I'm
she
not
said.
saying
If you pay attention when this podcast replay, you're gonna hear a whole lot of
No. What I'm saying is there are some times when Chad do want to go with me to go get a
You know what?
pedicure or
They gonna do
something.
that.
But for the majority of the time, she be glad that I'm getting the fuck out so she can go upstairs in her domain and do her and not have
And that's the point. If you had a motherfucker house, then I would just get rid of all of that.
Because it's not every fucking day.
God damn.
Well, we ain't talking about being gone every fucking day. We talking about being gone for a moment of time to get our thoughts together. We're not talking about
But that
some
means
days
you
we're
can't.
walking down.
And if you had the goddamn, if you got the
Some
goddamn,
days-
well, you wouldn't have to leave the damn house.
Right.
I need to go shopping. I need to go to the
But
nail
I'm
shop.
saying, if
And
you
she's not leaving out. She's upstairs in her cave.
but if you had the damn pool house, sometimes
We say she upstairs in her boot camp.
in her cave,
Yeah,
whatever.
basically.
Anyway, so what I'm saying is when y'all said that most times women don't understand what y'all want,
Right.
right?
We agree.
And how long do you stick around with them? At what point do you say, look, this is what I need from you. This is what I want. If you can't give it to me, let me know. So then you can go where it makes you happy, and I can go where I'm happy.
Well, I think that you know it evolves because you know when you're in your 20s, 30s, you know everybody here and probably in their late 20s, 30s, or so whatever the case may be. I don't think you know that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in your 20s or whatever, you don't know. You know
Okay, now let's talk about it.
You're in your early 30s. You still may not even know, but you know you get to your mid to late 30s. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think that's when you start to get a very good understanding of
what you really want.
Of what you really want, what you will or will not settle for, and you know you can make the uncomfortable decisions of you know this needs to be cut. You know what I'm saying? Or this we can work on this or whatever the case may be because typically you know you just end up you know in your 20s if you're unhappy or whatever you just let it go and you don't want to hurt
It's
nobody.
easier to move at 20.
You just
When you get to your 30s, y'all have stuff in common. You have bills and stuff.
Bills.
Yeah.
Even when people in relationships, I know people that's in relationships. A lot of people that's in relationships, they end up, if they're in a relationship for a long time, they end up staying together.
Why?
Right.
So you say,
Why?
To save
Why?
money.
To save money.
Oh, so it's a business decision. So it's not about it. It's not having to do with love.
no, because it has something to do with love because your great goal is marriage and your own house together. But I think you never know somebody until you actually live with them.
Okay.
Right, but ain't the majority of stuff business decisions with women?
Ooh.
I don't agree with that.
You don't
So,
agree with that?
You know?
Ooh.
I
do.
don't think that women.
I think that women are very business minded, and I think that 90% of women look at the majority of everything.
I know.
Well, you're saying
I
everything including
Let
the
me-
relationship.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
Absolutely.
I got
Absolutely.
her. Ooh, I got her.
Okay.
So you telling me right now, if you're a mate, male or female, because you know, I don't know. Okay, male or female.
You don't know what? You don't know.
Oh, well, okay, well, we already know check. Cool. So you
That's
telling me
my
check?
wife.
Yeah.
So we don't gotta be uncomfortable about that title. She's my wife. Man.
Okay, nah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you know,
don't be uncomfortable.
because, nah, it ain't just that. It's just because we talk to the public. So, you don't think
Everybody
that
in the public
if no
knows.
wife said, because, you know, we do a little decent, you know what I'm saying? But
We do a little decent. What that mean?
No, I'm saying, I'm finna say, so you think if Chad quit her job and said, you know what, I don't work at Wendy's.
Okay.
You don't think, what would you say to her? Fuck you. Why the
No,
fuck?
fuck no. No,
You
I
gonna
wouldn't
agree?
say that.
What would you
No, I would not say that. Now,
Tell me what you gonna say.
I would tell her if that's what we need to discuss, we need to discuss that. We need to.
But what if she made the decision? As an executive decision for herself. Because her sign ain't right.
Okay, and at that point we work.
Or would
on it.
you say, hey, you know, just stick there until
No.
you
No,
find
if
something
she
better?
comes to me and tells me that she wants to quit that motherfucker, and if I have to get a second job to make sure that we manage bills up in this bitch, I would do that.
But how
And
many
she
women?
knows that.
But how many women?
I'm
are
not.
out there?
But you
How
asking
many
about
women-
me.
but
Talking about me.
Yeah, but we talking about in
What we
general.
talking about in general?
Okay.
How many women? How many of your friends who you said would grill me sit up here and accept a man that works at Wendy's?
I think women.
No!
Bring your friends and I'm gonna say, hey, I flip burgers.
You might flip burgers, but
I
guess
don't
what?
flip
You
burgers.
might not have no debt. You might have no bills. All you might have is
Right, but again, you're still talking about business decisions.
Yes.
No debt.
Everything
You might
is
not
about
go
a fucking
everything is a
business
What I'm saying, how can you take care of yourself?
Who
How can you take care of yourself?
handles the bills in your household? If you don't mind me asking.
Okay, the way how we handle bills is we both contribute to one account
Right.
for the bills, so that's technically equally 50-50 on the
Yeah.
bills. And I physically pay them and I physically handle them with the exception of whatever bills that she.
Do you think? Okay. So let me ask you this: my question to you, from what I said, do you think that you don't think that majority of women are business minded in their approach to their relationship and everything?
No, because I see so many women. Unfortunately, I don't agree with it taking care of me, and I don't agree. But again, I mean, it's not like for me to get carried away. But what I'm saying, I do see a lot of that. And I see a lot of women doing a whole lot of things to keep a man around, which again I don't agree with, because having men they trying to keep around ain't even with them like that.
Fuck that. I could be a great man and ride a 9400 Accord with your friends talking to me.
Yes, they would.
They were talking to me, yeah. Hey, how you doing? Can you give me a coaster?
No.
We know our friends. We know they won.
How you know?
I'm just saying, because what you have told me.
What I told you, you've actually met them.
So they would accept a guy driving.
Have any of your friends introduced you to a man that drive a 9400 Accord?
I mean, of course it wouldn't
Oh,
be
broke
that
ass
hard.
nigga.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Chat, answer this question for us. Can you answer? I'm bringing you to the table. Can you answer?
Knock it off. Man.
I feel like.
Can you answer, Chat?
women
Hold on. Chat, can you answer that question, please, for us?
What was the question, sir?
Well, her friends date a great guy driving a 94 Accord and working in
Or that, worked the Wendy's.
Oh, great guy.
A great guy working at Wendy's. I mean, you ain't.
Well, okay. Define great.
Whatever you want to define as great. You put whatever you want to define as great. Whatever's great.
A great guy working at Wendy's. I mean, she.
Define
whatever you want.
So a great guy with a 94 Accord
that works
will work at Wendy's. Flipping burgers?
Flipping burgers. And got a dent in his car.
Come on,
Hell no.
I don't think.
Exactly.
Hell no.
Thank you.
Well, I can't speak for them.
But I'm just saying.
So you would.
This is the
Okay, hold on. Wait. You wait.
Please, can I say one
Okay,
thing?
go ahead.
I think when it comes to relationship, women think of how good it looks, but men think about how good it feels.
Okay, with that being said.
You heard me?
Oh, wait.
Now you do it feel.
Let me get back
You
to
feel
that.
me?
Let me get back to that. Okay, let me get back to
And we
that.
ain't just talking about pussy.
Okay, let me
How good do you make me feel?
this right here means put. So
Yeah.
let's hold on.
I'm talking about nothing.
No,
I'm talking about
exactly. So what that means? Yeah. What that means? So I just want to make it clear. I want to make it clear because I can only speak for me.
Yeah.
But when I met Chat, she had what Civic? What year Civic was that?
2003.
What did y'all meet?
What year did we meet?
2000.
It's still 2000.
2000 what?
13.
Oh, I mean, they ain't that old.
No, but when she moved here in
Fuck it.
2000, like we got together in 2013. She moved here in like 2015.
So you said when
Shit, that car had like over 100 and some thousand miles on it.
it was 100, you said? Them motherfuckers ride for 200,000 miles.
But the inch, what was going on with the door?
Oh, I couldn't open the inside lock.
Yeah, but
This
what
It
kind of car you have? What kind of car you
I
have?
had 2000 and whatever, 2000 and
What?
like 2012 Malibu at the time.
Well, shit.
That was still pretty much new.
Yeah, shit, no, shit.
That was still pretty much new.
Who got down on who?
What you mean?
Who got down on who? Who spoke to who first?
She spoke to me.
She spoke to you. Was she in her car when she spoke to you, or was it you?
No.
But when you seen the car, what's the first thing you thought?
I never thought nothing. I kept talking to her. I kept flying back and
That's
forth.
that's one thing I commend my wife on, because when I met my wife, I think I had just wrecked my brand new car, and I was driving a Beard Skylark. Do you remember how old the motherfucker was? I had a red one, then I fucked up and went to a white one.
So you just from Skylark to Skylark.
Skylark, like a motherfucker on Star Trek, you feel? And she stayed down with me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying most women go for, these days of time, it's about how do we look to others, but with men is how do you make me feel? And I think that's the difference.
Okay.
Most women don't think that though.
So what would help men stop cheating? Because it's all about how you make me feel. Because it seems like y'all going on how y'all feel in the moment. Because remember everything gotta feel good.
No, he didn't say feel in
Yes,
the
he
moment.
did.
He didn't say feel in the moment.
I ain't say
That's
in the
what man
moment.
said.
So in the other moment, I just want to know.
I mean,
What is it? Because I mean, so many. It's
Well,
like,
if
because I hear it so much.
y'all took the time to understand us, which is what we
how many
said
men in
30
this
minutes
world?
ago.
How many men in this world think they dad first?
Think they who?
Think their daddy first. Most men what? Think they who? Their mom.
Yeah.
Because we have a higher standard for y'all.
Oh.
When our standard is higher for y'all than y'all standard is for your own damn self. Let's even get there.
Okay,
Let's even get there.
Go ahead.
Be honest though. Most men look at women like they're on a pedestal.
Okay.
Especially when you find
So why you
out.
don't treat them that way?
Why don't you treat them that way?
Yeah.
Because when you start showing this little fuck shit.
Yeah, when you don't
Come
take
on,
when you don't take the
shit.
time to understand us or
Yeah.
what we want, then you know what I'm saying.
But so why-
it starts to
Starts with what?
separate.
Okay.
Starts
So when
to
it
separate.
separates, what I can't understand is why y'all sit there and instead of just saying, you know what? Maybe I know that we've been together, whatever, we got kids together, whatever the case may be. I just don't see us going in the same direction.
Or
Hold on. I just don't see us going in the same direction. If y'all would rather just go off somewhere else. That's what I can't understand.
Or just step out.
And instead of just saying, you know what, I can't do this right now.
I
And then
think
that way you can actually go out and freely. Because I've talked to so many people, whether it be like at work or people close to me or whatever. We be talking about the shit and it just be like, why? Why don't you just be honest about the shit and just move on and then do it peacefully?
Well, again, I think it boils down to, you know, like we've talked about again. I think it boils down to, again, you know, the lack of understanding, or like, you know, I think before previously people just used to cheat.
Okay.
Like people didn't use therapy as an outlet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that as people are evolving, people can use therapy as an outlet, or it should before that step starts to occur. But to answer your question as to why people do that shit, I think because people's mindsets coming from what they seen or lack of being seen. Like a lot of men, like a lot of men in our era grew up without father figures.
I think both sides should.
Oh, absolutely. Women.
You're directing it toward men though.
Yeah, she's directing it towards men for sure.
But the majority, a lot of women cheat also.
I'm not saying they don't.
So that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying they don't, but you can't speak for them. You can only speak for
So to
yourself.
answer your question,
I know women pimps, so I mean.
Okay.
So, yes,
Okay.
we talking about it all.
We will. Go ahead.
So to answer your question, I think like a lot of men, you know, in our generation, with the lack of fathers and all that shit or whatever the case may be, didn't see how problem solving should go. Right?
A lot of men don't know how to
motherfuckers don't understand how to problem solve within a relationship, right?
Fine.
So it just goes to the whole cheating thing, the cheating aspect, whatever. That's what, you know, that's the way motherfuckers just end up solving the problem, which is not right?
I agree.
So I think that, which I like that people on podcasts and people with platforms are pushing the therapy and the relationship, the couple therapy and all this, which is the way to go before you start doing all this shit. But the real issue is that people didn't have these broken households. Most men didn't have men to see what goes on, how to properly handle and care for a relationship. So you just out here trying to figure shit out, just doing whatever it is that you're doing because you don't have an example. There's no preparation on how to do or what to do or how to handle a
men don't
relationship.
know how to be a man because they never had the role model.
Okay.
But a woman always.
The mother is always there.
Right.
How you know that?
No, I'm saying
Usually.
majority of the time.
And you know, there are extenuating circumstances like this.
But how often when we compare it to
when we speaking on the pendulum,
in this world,
the majority of the time that's the way it goes. Now, of course.
But that just because mother's dead don't mean that they're even a good example to even show you X, Y, and Z. You got a lot of whole mothers out there, and a lot of deadbeat mothers out there, and that's not to say, but that's not the majority of them are. What I'm saying is, I'm speaking to the fact that not every person gets that motherly figure that shows them morals and values. That's the point.
For sure.
I mean, people grow up.
So that doesn't give them the right to go around and sleep around, have a whole bunch of babies, and fuck your best friend and 2 or 3.
But that shit happens too.
It does.
That shit happens a lot.
But the lack of them not having a mother doesn't give them the right.
First of all, I'm gonna go back to what you just said. You said fuck your best friend. First of all, change your best friend if she let me smash. Second of all, it's more your friend.
I said your best friend.
Because your friend should be your best friend. If you best friend, should be your friend for years. I'm just coming into the picture. So let's get that real.
No, and I said fuck your best friend as in yours, not mine.
But to be honest, it's more absent daddies that we have in our
I
house.
know, we're not disputing that out.
Okay.
But I'm saying, I don't like with me. Fixing stuff, I like to be like, her daddy and her brothers, they know how to fix shit. Me, I'm gonna pay a motherfucking bill. I don't know how to fix them. Fuck another motherfucking thing.
Yeah, me
So do
neither.
your wife work?
Do my wife work?
Does she have to work?
Yes. These days,
Does she have to?
do she have to?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I feel like these days in time, you need a 2-income household. Even though I work 2 jobs, I think every household should work. So if we're not the Brady fucking bunch, I didn't come into no fucking money. So what I want and what I need and what she wants and she need, it takes capital. What capital is cash. So therefore, we both got to work to get to what we want.
Well, shit is too expensive nowadays, and everybody knows.
And that's
literally,
we both work.
right,
So
literally, everybody knows. That's why so many entrepreneurs now, everybody know that you cannot survive on 1 income.
Right.
Or damn near not even 2 incomes. So that question right there, that's not even the question.
If a chick ain't working 9 times 10, I'm saying this like
that is not true. That's not
even the
I'm
question.
talking
Because
if the man can't provide wholeheartedly. What I mean by that is, if a man can provide and pay for everything, first of all, if he pay for everything, he's controlling everything. And most women don't like being in control.
But most men still want a wife to work and still want to control shit.
No, most men want a wife to work and we can compromise on stuff, but most women want to control
Most
everything.
men want a wife to work and have a motherfucking pool house.
Right.
We done with the pool house.
That's
what we were talking about, which you all are getting derailed from what the question was. The question was why do men not just walk away and say, you know what, I feel like we're growing in 2 different directions.
Because you still
hope.
Because at the end of the day, you still hoping that we can gather that fire that we had.
And how long does that take?
It can take forever. And then
so you're being toxic forever.
As stupid as it sounds, if a motherfucker loves someone, they love someone. How many girls you like, damn, you dumb as hell. You know that nigga. You know the nigga ain't shit. You know the nigga ain't shit.
Yeah.
And you
So we don't think that. Is that what y'all think?
Or you know the bitch ain't shit. We can even flip it. Yeah. And then nigga like, damn, I still love her, bro. You like, that bitch is that hoe.
So my
you play ball, right? How many hoes was tossed in the basketball? I'm just saying, when I grew up, that what was going on. So that's what I'm saying. And you have one dude on the team that falls in love with the toss hoe. You hear me? Yeah. Let's get real. We want to get real. You want to get this shit spicy? Let's get this shit spicy. You have one dude that falls in love, and you like, bruh, we already through her. Why you want her? Right. And it's still in love, though. So do that make him wrong with love? We gonna be like, well, we gonna fall back. It's just on him. Some people just don't know when to get up.
So that speaks to so many people.
How many women fuck with guys that you thought of should have been gave up on? A lot of women, right? You have a majority of women, but why don't they?
But my whole thing
at the end of the day is stupid.
No, love shouldn't be stupid.
Love is
what
stupid
I will
and
say,
selfish, and it will cause you to do crazy things.
No.
You know,
what I'm saying.
Not like not letting her have the pool out. That's crazy.
One thing I will say, this is one thing I will say. Just like you said, I make somebody else might feel like they're stupid. That is true. I feel like if you continue to let a person do whatever, say whatever, be wherever, not be at home when they but I know for a fact you better have what's happening? Oh, pull my shirt up. Pull my shirt down. Okay. Should you edit that out? What I'm saying is okay, now we can go back out and write that time down so I can take it out. What I'm saying is
love making crazy things, man.
My whole thing is like we were just gonna say.
Have you ever been crazy in love? Have you?
Yeah, I am now. And I am now.
No.
So don't come home and don't start playing all them games. We're
what I mean
right now.
I mean is crazy in love, like crazy.
You know what? If somebody
Like
played with my feelings and played with my
personal
emotions and thought shit was a game with me, it'd be some crazy shit going on.
Like what?
Crazy shit.
Like what type of crazy shit?
What type of crazy shit? Yeah. I mean, I couldn't even fathom my man can't even go
Not
there.
just give us one.
My man can't even go there. My man can't even go there. I can't even take my man there. It's too
She
negative.
can't go to one because she don't want to say. In 2003, January 6th, I cut the ties.
How crazy?
No, what I'm saying is, if I have to
have you ever did something crazy because you was in love?
Yes, I have. But what I'm talking about, my question is, would y'all keep beating around the bush not answering the question?
I am answering.
Okay, so to your point, yes, I feel like I even have people in my, that I'm close to or that I've talked about their spouses or people that they dating or whatever and how they doing, and I'm like, you dumb as fuck because I wouldn't deal with it. Oh, we love to say this. Couldn't be me. Wouldn't be me. But my whole thing is, and yes, at to a certain point, I feel like people who allow people to do whatever, just get away with just, I'm just calling it what it is, fuck shit, period.
Right.
I feel like they deserve it. And the reason why I feel like they deserve it is because if you're going to sit up here and not give a fuck about yourself enough, then why should I feel bad for you for somebody else not giving a fuck about you enough to give you some respect? So I don't feel sorry for them. But I also don't feel like a person should be out here fucking just doing whatever to a person, treating them bad, breaking them down, acting however they acting, and think somebody's supposed to be like, oh, it's okay. It's all right. I love you. We got kids upstairs. They in college. We've been together 20 years. That's no. And then I don't understand why the person that's out doing the fuck shit, why don't you have enough balls to say, you know what? I ain't gonna deal with this no more because I'm not happy.
I don't think it's about not having the balls or whatever the case may be. I think it's about not, problem solving correctly because you're with this person, obviously because you want to be with this person.
But
right?
you don't want to be with that person because you're constantly off with
No, not constantly. We're not talking about constantly or whatever the case may be.
I agree. What I'm saying is the situation because he said, hold on, and I'm speaking to the scenario of him saying, I'm sure you know people who you feel like they just be basically dumb in love. Yeah. And I'm addressing that specific question.
So you saying even if a person cheats, you say they're not dumb in love? I'm asking you that question. I
feel like if you consistently let a person disrespect you enough to keep fucking off on you, they're not in love with you. They don't even love themselves. So how can they love? How if my spouse kept fucking off on me, she don't love herself. So how can she love me like that?
She don't love herself.
She don't.
How?
She don't.
But I'm saying how do you
because you don't love yourself enough to come to me and say, you know what? This what I'm into. You know what I'm saying? I like to, fuck with several women. I mean, that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? And I love you, but I want to be happy. So this is what I want to do. And unfortunately, if you can't accept the fact that I want to be with other women, then we can't be together. Have enough balls to say that. Then I give you some respect. Because then you're allowing, and I'm gonna say what you said. It could be men or women. You're allowing a person to go do whatever the fuck they want to do.
What about if a man be like, you know what? I fucked up. The reason why I fucked up is A, B, C, D.
Okay, and the A, B, C, D.
However, at the end of the day, my bad.
I didn't. You got
go ahead. You know what?
I love you, and I'm gonna spend the rest rest of my life. Sometimes a person gotta do things to get attention. A lot of times, y'all, I'm just saying.
I love
there's
you and I
both
want to
sides.
spend the rest of my life with you. At this point, are you married or not?
I'm just saying it don't fucking even matter to me.
No, it does.
No,
it
not
actually
to me.
does matter.
No, I'm talking to me.
No, but it
because you
actually
have,
does matter.
okay.
Because you're held
But
at
you know what?
at a
But-
different standard when you're married than when you're not.
First
So
of
it
all,
does matter.
first of all, you cutting me off because you sitting up here telling your opinion. And
Like
I'm
I said-
I'm sitting up here saying for guys,
So it don't matter.
guys.
So you look at a relationship the same whether you're married or not.
I do.
Do you?
No.
Okay. So you
You
because
still let this man do
Okay,
it?
go ahead.
No. Hold on. Let's see where she gonna go with this, cause I always gotta respond.
No, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, cause I don't totally lost my train of thought over this. So
What I'm
gonna
saying
say
is
shit.
because I feel
I'm
like
playing
there.
devil's advocate right now. 'Cause
No,
I feel
I'm
like-
playing devil's advocate.
No, my thing is this. Okay, the reason, not every time a man cheats, because that's where you want to take it to, right?
That's where I get that. It's not where I'm going to. That's where we were already at.
That's where you've been trying to take. That's where you've been trying to
That's what I'm
take.
saying.
That's
Women
where
cheat too,
you've been trying to take it there the whole time, right?
Yes.
So look,
Men
so okay, let's talk about
I
men
just
cheating.
want- I just
Okay,
want the
so I
viewers
guess
to
this
know.
podcast is about men cheating.
That's
Okay.
it. We're talking about a man's
We're talking about
man's point
men
of view.
cheating.
Then
I
I
want
don't
to
want
know.
men cheating. I don't mean him. We don't need to be over here.
Hey, you hear me?
Let's go.
See that's the shit that I was telling everybody that they need to pay attention to so that they don't get offended.
You heard.
So listen. So
You heard.
Hey,
So listen.
you get offended by this podcast, hey, watch it again.
So
Fuck it until you get
unoffended.
unoffended. You hear me?
Yeah, there we
You
go.
heard me?
So
Fuck you, man.
so
Go
Watch
ahead.
it again. Play back. You hear me? Play this bitch back. Subscribe. Fuck you, man. You
Come
done-
on,
You
come
done
on.
got me amped now.
Let's get it. I'm glad. We might
Nah,
have to cut
but-
the fan on. Oh, we can't cut the fan
Nah,
on.
we
So
gonna-
look, so wait, so next
Okay,
time,
wait, we might have to.
take the jacket off, bro.
Right.
I got the white tee on, man.
Yeah, tie around your waist.
Yeah, I've been losing weight, so you know, show these.
Ain't nobody.
Look,
You know, hey, you know,
We
I
understand.
might have some motherfucking followers after these, you know, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, man. Hey, check.
Look, we'll be a break.
Get these drinks going now.
Oh.
Look at it. You should have started something there. No, but for real, though, on the cool though. I don't mean no cheat. I already know cheat. But at the same time, when a person do step out, it are sometimes people don't just step out for no reason. You do have people that do step out for some reason.
Okay, so
But you do have some people that actually have reasons.
okay.
But are you listening to my reasons why I'm stepping out? But you saying why should a man or a woman quit and say, you know what, this ain't what I'm going for. I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna remove myself. Because at the end of the day, maybe they looking for that motherfucker to say, you know what, I'm gonna change this, so we're gonna end up.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I'm sorry, that's what I'm
People
about to say.
change.
That's what I'm about to say. So let's say you dealing with a man who not just cheating just because he want to just fucking cheat or whatever. Let's say he cheat. Let's say he cheating because something ain't get fulfilled at home.
Okay.
Let's say he cheating because the woman is not fulfilling whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, he not doing this shit because he want to do this shit.
Okay.
He not with you because
fucking
he didn't decide to be in a relationship with you because he want to go fucking cheat. He decided to be in a relationship with you because he wants to be with you.
Okay.
But now that we get settled into this motherfucking relationship, so here we got a little flaws. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got some discrepancies that need to be ironed out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ironing them out, so I might just go, you know, let's say I didn't went out there and did this or whatever the case because I felt like you not paying attention to me and my needs. You know what I'm saying? But you're always talking about what you want and you need.
Okay.
So that might be the reason why I stepped out. You know, because I'm feeling like I'm not being paid enough attention to.
Okay.
Let's say that's the case.
Okay.
So that doesn't make me not want to be with you. That makes me feel like I'm lacking attention. That makes me feel like I'm lacking understanding. That makes me feel like I'm lacking a bunch of different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question, that's why I'm not just fucking running around because I want to be running around, because I'd rather you understand what the fuck I want, understand me better, and we can do this shit properly together.
Okay.
And I don't gotta be out in the motherfucking streets So that's why I haven't left, because I'm giving this a chance.
Sometimes it
To
ain't
get
go.
figured out.
Sometimes-
But apparently, you not paying attention to what I want, and you still paying attention to what you want.
I ain't go to
And
steal
that's
you.
what bingo.
I ain't go to steal you.
Okay, so with that being said,
Right.
how long do you allow that to be the factor?
There's no, come on, there's no time limit on who has a
No,
who
fuck
has
that.
who has a motherfucking
Who got time
limit?
to
Who
go
got
rip
time
up
limit?
another motherfucker because you ain't get what you
Man.
wanted home for years?
Men don't sit up here and say, "Oh, it's week 2."
Right.
No.
Right.
So this it can go on for years.
Oh, if she ain't
It
right,
can go on for years.
if she don't get it figured out by 3 weeks, then you know what I'm saying?
No, I said years.
I'm out.
I said years.
Come on,
I
man,
said
don't
years.
shit.
I said
Go
years.
ahead.
And then 2, men don't
I
have.
said years.
Hold on,
I'm
hold
saying
on.
years. I'm trying to
But
clarify
they-
before we go
but
forward.
Have you ever sat in a relationship for too long?
Yes.
How long did you sit in that relationship?
Yeah, but I wasn't out cheating.
How
though.
long? It don't matter. It don't matter. How long did you sit in that relationship
Okay.
that you knew
So-
should? No,
No, answer the question.
Okay, so maybe a couple years.
Okay, well, goddamn. What was that?
No,
You proved it out. It's that simple.
because the person can
It's
be
that
at
simple
home.
both ways.
No, because the person can be at home and saying, you know, a lot of times, I'm just saying woman because I'm one. One might be at home like, why they doing this to me? Like I don't deserve this shit. Like I don't deserve this. Like I go to work, I do everything I'm supposed to do.
What is that?
Meanwhile, and you feel like he doing whatever he doing right while they doing this. But meanwhile, you every day you go to work, you even if you ain't doing it, you chatting with that nigga on the motherfucking Instagram. You chatting with him. Now you might not be doing that to work. You might not be for drinks. You might not be for drinks, but you chat on the motherfucking instant message.
But
No.
But not what? Not what?
That's guilt.
Hold on.
Of course y'all think that because y'all be out doing
No, we
y'all
didn't.
because somebody ain't doing what y'all
Knock it
doing.
off. Knock it off.
No, hold on.
You not.
Knock it off.
First of all, you know what she just said? She said, I'm at home, I got a job, I do everything. But not what she said, I'm everything that he asked that he wanted.
That's what they
Not one time.
But my whole thing
Not
is-
one
It
time.
was 2 hours.
Not one time.
She
She's
said,
like,
she said,
because
not one time.
chat
Not
or
one
because
time.
my
Not
mate
one time.
wanted this.
Not one time.
I do plenty of things
because-
because my mate wants that.
No, but what I'm saying is,
Why you so aggressive?
you're an answer.
No, I'm just
Why
returning
you so-
energy.
why you
I'm
so
just
aggressive?
returning
No,
energy.
what you just said, no, what you
What's
just said
wrong?
was, if I work, what you said was, if I work and if I do all the things, but you didn't say if it was to his or her standard, your mate's standard, you just said to your standard. So how can you
But
just say
see,
what
the
your
earlier-
mate's doing if you don't even know if your mate is even happy with you?
Well, see,
Or
but
you're not
see,
doing
I
even
answered
what
that
your
question
mate's
already.
trying.
I answered that question already because he asked me if me
Because
and
if
my
you
mate.
everything to me and you doing everything right, I want you to know.
I know, but
Most
again,
men
but
always
again,
want you
but
to-
again, you're sitting
But-
around waiting for somebody to read your fucking mind on the things that you want, and
That depends on if the
so
man
if
or
that's
woman is
so,
open
if
to
that's
talking
the
to
case,
you.
why don't you just say, you know what? Because you got such big balls. Why don't you just
Excuse
say?
me. Say that again. I got big balls, y'all. Thank you.
So what I'm saying is, why don't you just tell them about those? No, my whole thing is, why don't you with those big balls? Why don't you just say, you know what? Why don't you just go home? You know what, baby? You're not what I need you to be. So I'm finna go over here with her tonight, and that's what I'm doing.
Because at
so
the end of
whether
the-
you like it or not, this is what I'm doing because she
How
already.
is that?
You know, because the answer to your question is because you didn't listen to he just said it before you. Because the end goal is still, I want to be with you. I'm just trying.
No,
I'm just
but
trying
if you want to be with me, you'll be sitting here talking to me, trying to say, baby, please, can we just, or talking to me, not over telling the next bitch what you want, so she can understand what you want and give it to you, and then you out leaving me at the house.
But what if I come and say and tell you what I know, and you're not just doing it?
Okay, so
There's
if you
something-
come in and you
But I know the love is still there.
Okay,
I'm
no.
I'm just saying, man. But we know we still love each other.
still love each other.
See, this is about you pointing the finger. Like you pointing the finger on men. You know what I'm saying? Like you not like within this conversation, you not accepting the accountability for the women not understanding.
Get a live shot of how her face look right now. You see that little kid right here on the side of her? That mean it mean all right.
Get it.
That is not what we're sure.
Get it.
I don't agree
You
with
not
nobody
accepting.
up here.
You not accepting. You not. Hold on. We're not talking about
you making a sexy screen right now.
You not accepting accountability for the women not listening. You just putting it all on the men stepping out.
Yes.
Accept the accountability. Accept the accountability.
You don't have to do it.
True. But do you have to listen?
Do you always listen?
You asked her a question, right? You asked her, has she ever been in a relationship too long?
And I said yes.
How long? And you said, how long? She didn't want to give you an answer.
I said a couple years.
She said a couple years. But you know what my answer to that is? You didn't have to stay in there a couple years.
I did.
Why? But you did, though.
But
you did it.
You know what?
So
and I
you-
owned the fact
but
that
why
I
did
was
you do
dumb.
it? So
And I
listen,
owned the
why
fact that I
did
was
you-
dumb. And I
but
learned what I
but
did. And
why-
then I found better. And
But
this
why?
is
But why did you do it?
Let me
though?
ask you this.
Why would you do it? Because you were blindly in love and you thought things were gonna change.
But the person that's going to cheat ain't blindly in love.
But that was the reason why you waited.
No, you don't know they're not. But let me ask you this. Is it not
I think
the
me and you
is it not the responsibility of the spouse to be held accountable to understand what the fuck they partner
And you
want?
know what? I think it is their responsibility.
It does not. It ain't a thing. It ain't a thing. The problem isn't that you said think. The problem is that you said
So, you
think.
know what? You're right.
The
That's
problem
the
is that you said
It
think.
is our, it's
That's the
everybody's
problem. The problem is that you said
responsibility.
think.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
When you ready for Congress?
Man,
Hold on.
hopefully
Let me-
in the
wait,
next
hold on.
5 years,
Hold on.
Put on my suit.
Because, hold on.
This lady
Because,
losing.
what?
You losing.
Oh, no, I'm not losing. Let me get this over. What I'm about to say is, okay, I feel like that is true. It's everybody's responsibility to make sure that they are in tune with their partner and know what their partner wants, that they can give them what they want, X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Got that. My whole thing is, if you blatantly tell your partner what you want,
Okay.
and they obviously not doing it, they don't get it.
So you saying they don't love you because they don't get it? Or they just
No, that's not what she's saying.
I'm not What I'm saying
But
is,
that's not where she's going. What she's saying is, she's still trying to turn this into her own scenario. What she want to say is, let's say you tell your partner don't get it. When is it? When do you say, hey, when do you come in? Yeah, I'm done because you don't get it. That's what she's trying to say.
that's what I want to know.
As a man, I'm like, you gonna wait this shit down.
Well, I'm saying instead of, because a lot of times when you do that over and over and over and over, it'll break a person down to the point that like it mentally breaks them down.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing that and you saying that you love a person so much, like at what point do you say, you know what, I love it. Okay, and speaking to y'all saying I love, we do it, whatever, and we love this person. Why not, again, love that person enough not to do what you're doing, love yourself enough to have some happiness, to say, you know what, let's try this again, once we both feel like we're ready.
Because at the end of the day, sometimes you just wish that you can get on the same accord, and you hoping at the end of the day that because that person is the only one that really truly makes you happy in a special way, you hoping that you can regain that.
And the reality is it's hard to let go.
Right.
That's reality. For
Okay.
both men
You've
and
been with
women.
something out for
For
so
both
long.
men and women.
It's hard to let go.
It's hard
And I
to
think
let
that's
go.
on both ends. It depends on it's time limit, how much time you spend into this relationship. What do y'all have together? If y'all have kids, all that plays a factor, right?
It's hard to
like
let
the
go.
old saying,
Okay, and you know what? I can accept that.
like the
It's
old
hard to
saying,
let go.
it's cheaper
Pretty
to
much,
keep.
it's like, it's cheaper to keep.
It's cheaper to keep.
Okay, so we understand what you saying, and you saying it's hard to let go.
It is hard.
Hard to let go, so it'd be like, I fuck the love, but I just can't stop. But I'm steady doing this, but I just can't help it. Like,
period. It's hard to let go, isn't it?
it is. I
I
understand.
don't think nobody.
Okay,
If you have dealing with each other on a special way, where like you stay in the same apartment, stay in the same house, you can't just say, "Fuck, I'm tired. I'm walking out this motherfucker." No, we both got responsibility. We both have responsibility when we sign this lease. We both have responsibility when we sign these certain bills. then you can't just fucking walk away. When has it ever been easy to walk away at anything?
It may not be easy,
But except when you're in your 20s. When you're in your 20s and you're in your 10s, you can walk away
But
at
my whole
anything.
thing is this: when you
But
got
when you get over 30,
and you got a bunch of bitches, you did at that point you're living 2 or 3
when
different
you
lives.
when you get
No,
over 30,
nobody said that.
nobody said that.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
That's what it means. That's what it means.
No, it's not.
That's what it means. And I'm saying this. Okay.
You trying to tell us how we think, and we telling you that is
No,
not how we think.
y'all
And
just
that's the
talking
problem.
about all fucking hour how we
And
think.
that's the problem.
What I'm saying is,
Again,
what I'm saying
that's
is,
the problem.
We
She
can't.
telling us how
no.
we think.
What I'm
She
saying
telling
is,
us how we
She telling us how
feel.
we
We
feel.
can't get a fucking pool house. Damn.
We can't.
Wow.
Can I get a glass of water?
wow,
Damn.
wow.
I think
What
I-
I'm saying is, just like, okay, I use one of the girls. Let me see who I'm gonna use.
Hello?
I'm trying to think who I want to use. 'Cause I got 2 good scenarios. Okay, I use one of my friends from back home.
Yeah.
I use that because nobody really knows her.
She's
So- No,
Yeah.
no, for y'all. I'm sure y'all. No, I don't. No. But what I'm saying is,
Switch it up.
no, seriously. But like every relationship she get in, it's some fuck shit.
Is
She
she?
give her all, it's some fuck shit.
How you know she ain't?
Then she go off and do her shit, and then the person wanna act like, no, it's some fuck shit.
Yeah, but you only getting it from her side. You not getting
No,
it from
I've had it from her partner's side several times.
And you felt like it was some fuck shit from the
So you
partner's
felt
side?
like on her
I did.
side it was some get back, or do you feel like she genuinely?
I feel like
did what
at
she
times when
tried?
my friend have done what she done, and don't get me wrong, I don't always
Do
feel
you
like.
feel like it's get back? Or do you feel like she did because that's what she felt like doing?
No, I feel like when she would be doing her little, her little shit or whatever, I feel like she would be doing it to get back because she feel like it's gonna make the other person hurt like she
But
hurt.
how much she hurt afterwards? She get that get back.
She still be hurt.
Right.
She still
So
be hurt.
right.
But she wants to, and so I've heard the other person experience that type of hurt because, man, I ain't never expect her to do this, what she. Yeah, but you was out here fucking out too, you just didn't expect that payback.
But we can even, if we want to say, oh man, chill, I'm gonna go, fuck it, we gonna ride with this shit. Fuck it. So what I'm saying is, like, even when you talk to your grandmas and your granddads, how many grandmas say, I had to wait till my granddad, till your granddad got right? Most grandmas and all the granddads had outside kids damn near.
Well, my
Back in the day,
granddad did.
you think
That I know of my granddad. Well,
But yeah.
You
All
don't
that.
know your damn granddaddy, girl.
Granddad.
You don't know who your real granddaddy.
Granddaddy. All they said was, I had to wait. Papa was always a rolling stone, man. That was a true statement.
What's going on?
No, I just want to say I can't agree to that.
What you agree to?
Because you don't really know your great grandfather. I didn't know my great grandfather did his dirty till he was dead.
Cause they kept that shit.
And
I didn't know my granddad had
They
a
kept
fucking
that shit.
different
They kept that
Okay.
shit. They
Hey,
kept that shit.
fuck that. I didn't even know my granddad had a different last name. That's even fucked up. That's even more
My
fucked
whole
up.
thing is, a lot of times, y'all be feeling like,
Y'all, what you talking about men or women? You
okay,
just
so
talking
I'm
about
saying men
Because
first.
Again, look. But just let's just roll with what she said.
Yeah, and I'm about to.
And let's just roll with what like you don't probably know your granddaddy.
And I do know my granddad.
You don't know your granddad, nigga.
So let's just say that. So
What I'm saying.
wait. Let's just say that's the case, right?
Right.
How is a man coming from what she just said and what you just said, and a man in our generation? How are we supposed to know how to properly
Okay,
move?
so I get that. So with that being said, because I got caught up on this other.
And that's
I
the
need to
real.
come back
That's
to
the
that question,
real.
but I need to ask.
But hold on,
Because
because I'm
we
stuck
was
on
talking
here
about. Hold on. Let me make this point. Y'all said this, what we was talking about a second ago. Your partner knowing what you want, right?
We talking about that
Okay.
for 3 hours.
And we're gonna finish it up. My whole thing is at the point that the person knows what you want, right?
Yeah.
Like if you tell me I need you to cook 3 times a day, I need
Blah, blah, blah,
I know
blah.
all of this.
Yeah.
So you want to
And
feel
I
like
don't
I'm treating
do
you
it.
like a kid?
Do you feel
Or
like
you think I'm treating you
if
like
I
a
don't do it that I deserve it?
Nah, I just feel like you don't get me.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't get me. You. It's obvious you don't get me. And at this point in my life, like if I literally sit here and explain myself to you, At this point, because earlier on, most everybody else's relationships are earlier on, so you don't even understand to be able to do that, right? But if I sat here and explain myself to you, and I've literally broken everything down, and you just don't get me, then it's like you're not for me. You just, what I'm saying? If I tried to explain myself, if we tried to go to therapy, and you just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Then again, to the point.
And the result to that is you hold on till you just don't, until you can't just hold on no more. Yeah. Because you still want it. Both may still want to be together. It's just we're not figuring it out.
Yeah. And if we can't figure it out, it's not enough time left. It's not enough time left no more. It's like, what I'm saying?
So right now, so you feel like it starts.
If you put the work in, if I've explained myself to you, because you got to be fair. Like I feel like you should be fair. Like in fairness means I communicated with you. Like if that's not working, maybe we sit down in front of somebody, in front of a third party, in front of a therapist. You know what I'm saying? Like and we talked it out. We explained each other, and we tried to figure out whatever solutions the therapist offered, and we've tried to figure out, and it's not working. I've been fair to you. You've been fair to me. We gave each other a fair chance at this because we love each other. And then if that don't work, then hey, we just gotta do it. But if you do really love somebody, you need to put the work in to try to see if it actually works. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone has problems. You know what I'm saying? You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable in a relationship sometimes. Yeah. And I think people fail to realize that magnitude of like, hey, I fucked up. Hey, what can I do to understand you at this point in time? Mm-hmm. I think people don't take the time out to really understand her and me. Both ways. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sometimes infidelity, sometimes cheating, sometimes, not cooking, not clean. Sometimes you'll make
it's all type of shit. It's all type of shit.
Anything can throw something out. And it also dictates what happens outside these doors. A lot of stuff that happens outside these doors, as far as if I'm having a bad day at work, when I come through the house, anything might take me out. Because I'm had a fucking bad day. That's why I want a fucking pool house outside. So before I come in this motherfucking house, I can be sane. Because right now, I'm fucking insane. Okay.
And you don't ask me about my day enough for me to explain it to you on my fucking way home. So I need to come in there motherfucking unwind myself. Because you don't take the time out to know what's going on in my shit day to day. So let me go.
So what you're saying is, hold on. What you're saying? Okay, so what you're saying is this is all based on your previous experience. Mm-hmm. Just or you come out and speaking in general.
Typically. I think a lot of women live in the past, as far as past boyfriends, past relationships.
Oh, they definitely.
Past things that they seen with their friends.
They definitely.
And we carry that burden also. Mm. I don't care. We could be the perfect man. I used to ask people in college, what would you rather be? You rather be with a man that is perfect, or would you rather be a man that, cheated on you before, this? And you know what most women said when they thought about it? Like, I'd rather be, because when you got a dog, a nigga that you know is a motherfucking dog, you know exactly what he gonna do. But when you got a motherfucking good man, you don't know what the fuck you doing, so you
sound so much ridiculous. When you got a good man, you don't know what he gonna do.
How many women? A nigga can be good. How many women still question every fucking thing you do? Because they ain't never had it.
And again, based on what you've been through.
So it is again based on what they've been through. Not so it can't be in general.
A lot of women are broken before we even get to them. We just.
Well, everybody broken though.
A lot of people just try to put the pieces together until we get a real portrait.
But a lot of times people like men be broken.
Everybody can be broken.
Yes, that's why I'm just making sure.
Yes,
you
of
said a lot of times women be
broken. But I'm saying though, men, we don't take that into every relationship. Like, when we meet.
On some real shit. I totally agree with him. Like, men do not come in like, oh, she gonna be like this because of the last relationship I was with. Yes. Like, now that's one thing I want to say. We come in, we look at you like,
we know how to separate.
We give it, it's an open book. It's like, all right,
like your guy said, that bitch Brian cheated on me. So I know what the fuck to do with Carla. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but I'm just saying,
we don't do that. We not scorned. oh, yeah, you know, she did this, so I'm gonna, you know, she gonna be like this, and I'm gonna act like this, and I'm gonna bring this shit.
Women automatically put that.
Yeah, that's what y'all do. We don't do that. We
It's
literally
not when
don't
you
do
drop
that.
that.
No, I ain't gonna drop it. I drop it.
We don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Y'all don't do it.
We don't.
So y'all walk into every situation.
It's an open slate. It's an open slate.
It's an open slate.
It's an open slate.
So
And when we genuine like you on a pedestal. Like, if we feel like, dang, I got a good girl, we already put you on that pedestal. We see you as pure. We see as you all white.
So then when do they get off the pedestal? When do people get off the pedestal?
When they start that bullshit.
When they start that bullshit. So you go from that white cloth to that beige.
So does it?
Then you go from that beige to that
You
red.
don't come off the pedestal do like this, slowly going down, or does she just drop down?
Nah, it's just slow. It's usually slow.
Like, used to watch The Price is Right, and they say,
Yeah, it's slow.
That's how
It's
that
slow.
shit is.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
that's
slow.
like,
It's
yeah.
slow. It's
Men, we don't react like that. We're not quick to react. Women are quick to react when shit fucked up.
So y'all just keep making mental note after mental note after mental note about what a motherfucker doing.
Yeah,
Then you say,
I
you know
think we
what?
strictly do.
It's been foul fucking things. I'm out here.
Why is all this got me? We out here.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, she just walking there.
No, that's a topic. Hold on. Let me just say this. This has nothing to do with the fact that it's you, me, her, whoever.
No.
It's just talking
talking about
about
men. We talking about men.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about you specifically or you specifically.
No, we're not saying that.
No,
We're not saying
But
that.
I'm asking in general based on what we've been talking
We
about.
telling you exactly what we feel. We don't check out. Most men don't really check out. We think we can put a band-aid on because as men, we think we can fix everything. But if it don't happen to be fixed, it takes men a little longer to be like, you know what? This person, it's like it's like Gorilla Glue. We're gonna put that Gorilla Glue on it.
Okay.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Most women, when niggas fuck up, y'all already put that baggage on what the last nigga did to us. Or say for instance, we've been together 10 years or 12 years, 15 years, whatever. What I did in year one, what I did in year one don't count for what I did in 2021. You know what I'm saying? But you can't prove when you made me in year one, because year one I was different. I had a different
So you
mindset.
feel like every year you get a pass to fuck up some
No, not a pass, but
Damn.
goddamn, you ain't
Thanks like
wrong. What year did y'all meet? What year y'all meet?
2013.
And
You the same motherfucker from 2013?
No, I'm not.
Alright, well,
But what I'm saying is,
Can I-
he said what I did to you or where I fucked up at.
No, we had this motherfucking conversation about what went on in 2013 and then now 2021. You disregarded because y'all weren't married and y'all hadn't met and all that shit, right?
We did.
We had that conversation. So
We did.
So then it's the same thing.
How long was you saying?
No. It's not the same.
It is.
It's
It's
not.
not.
It's not the
It is.
same.
Oh.
Because I don't get to bring up nothing that she did, or I don't get
So
to
you
bring
never-
up.
You disregarded. You disregarded. Yes, you disregarded.
So when y'all have argued, you never brought up anything that was other.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That proves my
Yeah,
fucking
but we
case.
both have.
That's right.
Yeah.
But just to give her or me, just because we brought up
No,
shit,
we ain't give
But
a
why-
fuck.
to go around and do
But
whatever.
most men wouldn't say in 2001 you did this because we don't give a fuck. We tell most men will tell you what hurt us right now. What we got
Okay,
problem with
so let
right
me just
now.
say this. Let me just say this.
Women carry that shit on.
Since y'all don't take nothing from the past and y'all don't be feeling the type of way. Because y'all say the reason a lot of times that y'all step out because
No, we step out. Hold on, let's stop.
that's what we talked about.
No, she just
Look,
automatically
man,
said.
it ain't go.
No, I'm just saying she automatically said we cheated.
Right.
We already stamped out.
I
She-
guess hold on, this ain't the Coffee Bean Podcast, this the Men Cheat Podcast.
No,
This
I'm
is the
trying
Men
to
Cheat
get
Podcast.
Hold on.
This is the Men
Hey, she worse
This
than
is not.
she worse than Al Bundy in the hate women group.
Damn.
This is a hate men.
No.
This is
I'm simply just getting the thought process of like how y'all operate when y'all doing certain things. Not you per se and not you per se.
No, you keep
But I'm just
saying
the
you
closest
already
business.
said
But you only throwing men in fucked up situations.
Okay.
Well, how about why the man can't be the great one? Why the man can't be the good one? Why the woman can't be
What's
the
the
good one?
woman thought
Why
process
can
when
the
she
woman
when they
not
cheat? What's the woman thought process
So
when
you
they
don't
cheat?
I feel like
Let's ask you that.
90% of women are already dating before a man even gets to them.
And what about me? Y'all feel like y'all be damaged? Y'all
Yeah,
feel like
we
y'all
already
be
talked
all
about
good and
No. I'm saying that the way you present it is like women are great or they good in whatever they do, and the man is the one that steps out, fucks up. But what if the man is the good and the woman is the one that's damaged?
Okay.
A lot of women.
And the one that's cheating. And the one that's cheating.
And
So
fuck
what's
that.
the mindset behind it? Because you did say earlier that you've cheated before, right?
Yes.
So what was your mindset when you were cheating? Not the reasons behind it. What was your mindset when
What
you were
was-
cheating?
What was the first thing you thought about?
Specifically that. Not why, not if somebody did it first.
What was the first
What
thing
was
you
your
thought?
mindset when you were cheating?
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep letting this motherfucker play with me like this. I'm out here.
So
So simple
what?
as that.
Yeah, you know how. First of
And I
all,
had that
for all men,
so
for
like,
all
for
men,
example,
Can we get some substance to that?
So okay, so
Right.
for example, if I went through, let's just say, for example, I have
No, not for example. Can we get like what the specific mindset was?
yeah,
Can we
give
get
us
that?
a whole
I had been
experience.
Yeah, I had
What was
been.
going on? What happened?
I had been okay. This particular time, I had been cheated on multiple times, and it all
Okay,
came
so
out.
here we go. So here we still
all
putting,
came out.
we still putting the,
Well, you
I'm
got
a
to
cheat-
put it
I'm a
in.
still putting it, yeah, you
I'm a
still
cheater.
putting it right
And
there.
so because that happened, I said, you know what?
So you cheated.
I'm out here. Let's
So
get it.
you cheated
This is the
because
game we want to play. Let's
you
get it.
cheated.
Let's play.
You
Let's play.
cheated because that person cheated, or you cheated because that's what you wanted to do.
I cheated because they cheated on me.
So where did
So the
where
person
did
that you chose to cheat on, was they even worth your time?
At the time, I felt like they was working.
Where did you find the person that you cheated with? Where did you find that person? How did that
At
person
school.
come about? At school.
In school.
Also, somebody who was in the direct vicinity.
Correct.
Okay.
For a short
somebody-
time.
So
For a
somebody,
short time.
so
For a
somebody
short
you
time.
around you got comfortable with.
Not necessarily around. I got comfortable with them. Just saw them in passing.
Mm.
And
How long did you cheat with him or her?
I mean, I don't know, like off and on for however. I don't know.
For how? No, give us a time frame.
Maybe like
A week or 2
no,
days.
some time.
Why that particular person?
But hold on, she just said some
Why
time.
that particular person?
Yeah, why that particular person?
At the time, like I said, I was just I'm tired of playing with me.
Yeah, I understood all
And
that.
at that time, that person wanted to go out and have some fun, hang out, go.
That's how it happens. So
Yeah.
hanging out, having a little fun.
So how did you cheat? Let's go even deeper than that.
What do you mean? How did I cheat?
Did the person kiss you? Did you make first move?
We like went out week.
Did you get
We
quote
set a
unquote
date.
drunk?
We set
Or you
a
get high?
date. We set a date.
You said a date what the fuck?
No, to go out to eat and go hang out, go
Yeah.
shopping.
So when did you
go-
actually? When did the sexual part come in?
It took a while. It took a while.
So you-
how many
so-
dates?
I mean, I don't know exactly how many days, but it had been a lot.
But
of
you
days.
see how much marinating this is doing? You marinating. You spend the time. For you to say I cheated because this motherfucker cheated, that means you would just knock that motherfucker off that day. But you spending time with this motherfucker. You learning this
No.
motherfucker.
Marinate.
You knowing this motherfucker.
Marinate.
Marinate. This motherfucker hotter than a
You
motherfucker.
deeply
That's a
cheated.
motherfucker.
Deeply
Wait, first
cheated.
of all,
Deeply
had
cheated.
it not
Deeply
been
cheated.
okay,
Deeply
and
cheated.
no, and I'm gonna say it like
Deeply
this.
cheated.
I'm gonna say it like
Deeply
this.
cheated.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Deeply
I'm gonna say it like
deeply
this.
cheated.
Not that I think that nobody that I'm above anything, but today in my life, I would hope that my wife wouldn't do anything to hurt me in that way. And as the same thing, I look at her and I say, you know, I wouldn't even want to hurt her in that way. I couldn't imagine her finding out me doing X, Y, and Z and the pain that I would see in her. I couldn't imagine that today. As for in the past, because I'm speaking on, because today is a whole different life. As for in the past, motherfucker playing with me, thinking it's funny, got everybody involved.
But why did
laughing.
you take
Hold
the
on.
time to
Everybody
learn
was
somebody
laughing
else?
at me, because at the time I really didn't know no better. I was in my early 20s, very early 20s. On into very into my very early 20s.
Yeah,
no,
Motherfuckers playing with me. I'm not knowing what's up. I ain't hip to the game. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying it
calling
wasn't.
people on three-way to vouch for them and all that
But
lame
it
ass
wasn't.
shit.
Even
So,
though you're
but-
saying
hold
what
on,
you're saying, it
but-
wasn't a jump off. You learned this motherfucker. You spent time with this motherfucker.
Okay, I'll say this. A lot of people do make this mistake. Jumping in shit too fast. I jumped in that shit. I mean, we met. Once we started talking prior to the first day, we was pretty much like together like every day.
Right.
Like,
But
you
it
know
was-
me, I didn't know that person.
But
I didn't know that
turned
person until we was together or living together.
But it turned into I'm just finna fuck out for a minute to damn, I'm actually considering this motherfucker. That's what you're not feeling real.
Who was considered? I was considered a person.
Yeah, because
the one you was cheating with.
the one you
Oh no, I wasn't considering. I wasn't considering.
No, the reason why I say that is because you took time to learn that motherfucker. Because if it was a jump out, it would have been a smash and go. You didn't smash and go, you smash and stay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Basically what he's saying is most men, you know, smash and go, but what you did, and like, I don't know if what this was most.
Well, put it like this: that's not most men because we both was doing the same thing. We both was creeping off on the motherfuckers sitting up here playing with us, but we both was doing that.
So
that's
both
what I'm
people in
saying.
the wrong.
Both, and we were both in the wrong, and we didn't care because we was getting played and fucked with.
But did both of y'all really love each other?
I
Do
mean,
you feel like
in hindsight, now, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I was very young. I don't know why I was doing what I was doing. Because when I look back on it today, I wish I would have just walked away from a relationship in its entirety and said, you know what, I'm not gonna do this. Because now I take pride in being able to say, you know what, I never fucking did you like that. I ain't never fucking sat here and made you feel the way you making me feel. Or I take pride in that now. Back then, yeah, I want you to feel the pain that you put me through. I wanted you to hurt. I wanted to rub that shit in your face. I wanted to be out there like, yeah, bitch, you see me out here stunting on you. I wanted to do that.
okay.
So I understand why people go off and do what they do sometimes. I don't understand the length of time that you continue to do it.
Right. So
And
you just
I don't understand why
understand
people
it.
continue to stay
I understand it.
after years and years and years and years. Because even after I think about it,
But
I'm
you
like,
still
shit.
hoping, you still got faith that it's gonna get right though.
I mean, I understand that, but what if you don't live to see it get right? So you just wasted so much time of your life, and I feel like now.
You hope when you die, you go to heaven, when Jesus say, hey, Jesus let you in, you be like, at least I tried.
I guess for me, it's and again, like we said, it could come with time. It could come with age.
So the moral of the story is,
The moral of the story is,
where it comes, fuck all you want to, when you get over 30, live a
that's
life
not the
and try
moral
to
of the
find,
story. The moral of
find
the story
somebody that
is
you
fucking
really
do
love.
right by a person. And
When
you
you
can't
find, when you over 30,
get
you have your mind changed, you find who you love, you marry, and when you get your 40s, you live on, you grow. When you get your 50s, you grow. When you get your 60s, hey, you almost dead, so cash out your 401k.
That's all, Tim. That's all. What I'm saying is that what I am saying is that to y'all's point. I mean, we did have a pretty heavy debate in here, but what I am saying, I think that everybody goes through those times where people are, you know, not happy for the moment. They can't come back. Sometimes they can't. I personally don't understand why at certain ages why we tend to stay in situations of relationships or friendships, families, any type of situation that continues to drain the life out of us, drain the energy out of us. Why not just move forward and be happy and then say, you know what, I think we're better off at this, because at this point, let me see, how old are we now? What? I'm 35, whatever. You're closer to not being here than you are to fucking 20. So I just don't see a reason why people would live in an unhappy space at a certain point in their life. So I'm gonna take the early 20s and that, you know, I'm gonna take the fuck time away.
Because at the end of the day, you just open it. You know, it's some people that you see in your life, you like, I want to live my life with her or him for the rest of my life. You know, sometimes you go through the fuck shit and you be like, you know what, I'm wrong for that. Sometimes you be like, they wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you try to get on one accord with your mate as far as with us, how we feel, and with y'all, how y'all like shit to be had, you know, or sometimes it's just like, love is weird. At the end of the day, love is weird. You can't count, I can't tell him how to love, I can't tell you how to love. Your time and your patience might be short, his might be long as a motherfucker. You can't dictate people's love. And I think we spend so much time trying to dictate people's love that we sometimes get blinded by the fuck shit we done did and how blind we are, or how fuck we did our relationship to say, hey, you should love somebody this way. Hey, you should stay in this. How many friends that you have knowing you with a fuck nigga? Be like, man, ooh, that nigga good to you. But you like, man, that nigga just cheated on me with 13 hoes. But a lot of friends, but I'm just saying that love is selfish. Love is whatever fuck you want to call it.
No, love should not.
Love is selfish. You want me to tell you how selfish it is? And you say it should be selfish. You don't think it's selfish that you say a chick couldn't have a hallway or couldn't get a motherfucker?
We're not even going back.
No, but that's the point. That's what the point is.
Because
You know, I'm
let
gonna
me tell you,
no, man, no,
just
hold on,
for
hold
future
on.
reference,
No, for
me and
future.
Chat would be discussing
No.
what needs to happen,
No,
and I can guarantee
this
you
is
don't
what
come to a common ground for the happiness of the both
No,
of us.
this is what you missing the point at. The reason why I said it was selfish for you to say that is because you want Chat beside you every night. You want Chat to lay. No, I'm
She
saying.
slept upstairs with
No,
me.
I'm saying, but at the end of the night, when she get out of work, you want her to take a shower and get in bed with you. You want her to hold you. You want her to caress
I want her to want to
you.
do
Want
that.
her,
I want her to want to do that.
Listen, stop battling me. Listen.
Stop
when
battling you.
When I walk in the house, you want that motherfucker to say, hey, I'm home. You want that motherfucker to take a shower. You want that motherfucker to hold you. You want that motherfucker to caress you and let you know, hey, because at the end of the day, you want to feel secure. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, you want to feel secure. So that's what love, people say love ain't self. Love is selfish as a motherfucker because you don't want nobody but that motherfucker. You don't want nobody else but that one motherfucker.
So in order to not be selfish, you should be able to be open to having more than just that one person.
I think love, if you really love somebody, you're going to be selfish.
Okay.
Love is
So
awkward,
let me.
have you ever seen, what is the jump with Jamie Foxx? And Gabrielle Union. When he beat the motherfucker, had the motherfucker hurt like me right now, and hit the motherfucker wall and shit like this. What that motherfucker is, baby? With Jamie Foxx. Breaking all the rules.
Okay.
Love is, man, love is.
So you should be able to do. So you should be able to.
Love is hard.
'Cause you
Love
said-
is hurtful.
You said it's selfish because you only want that one person. So is it safe to say that if it was your choice, to say, you know what, I actually like having 5 wives. Since you like 6 wives, I like having 5 wives.
Right.
That's what I think would make me happy. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Should she just be open to that because she loves you? She should just be open to.
But that's up for her to make the decision. Yeah.
So what I'm saying, but you're saying
Otherwise-
she should be.
No,
in order
no.
to not be selfish.
I'm saying
asking you a
from
question.
my personality and from who I am, that is a choice that she has to make for herself. Because I said that's what I want, don't mean she has to fucking agree
Right,
with
but
it.
I'm saying in order to not be selfish, that's all I'm saying. My thing is, in order for her not to be selfish, she should honor.
So you
that
saying if she
everyone
don't
has
agree, if she don't agree with me, she's not selfish after that?
She could not agree.
If she don't agree with me, her selfishness is she don't want to see me with 3 or 4 other women.
Right,
That's her
but
selfishness.
she may
But
not
my
be
selfishness
selfish.
is
She
like-
may not be selfish. She might say, you know what, I want to see my husband with 5 other wives, but because I'm not selfish and I want to make him happy, I'm going to allow him to have 5
No,
wives.
or maybe she shouldn't be one of the 5 wives.
Damn.
Oh, she should. So she should, in order. That would make.
But
sense.
she's saying that if she accepted.
Maybe she should be with someone who wants what she wants, and maybe she should.
Sometimes
That's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying.
But if she agreeing to be the 5th or
But hold
the
on,
first
but that's-
wife, then the dynamic changes.
Okay.
That means
that's
she's
one thing.
accepting.
Because.
But
so-
if she's not,
But then, are you selfish because you don't give a fuck at the fact that she didn't want it? She's just doing it to make you happy.
you saying if I'm selfish, if she's just doing it to make me happy,
Even though you know in her heart she don't want to do it.
it has to be how the outcome goes. Because if what
You
I
ain't
mean.
how the outcome goes.
No.
What the fuck?
No.
I asked you a
No.
question.
No.
You just came up with
No. The reason why I'm saying that is, okay, say for instance, because people do a lot of stuff that they don't want to do, right?
Right.
So say for instance, if she say, okay, I'm gonna do it because I trust you and this is what you want.
I trust you.
I
That's
trust
not
you.
why. I mean, it ain't you should trust.
You saying that because it's
I mean,
It's
just
not
there
No,
are
but
people
listen
who live
up.
like that.
Listen
Okay.
up, but listen up.
Okay, and so
If-
they're not selfish because they're giving you what
Hold
you
on,
want.
let me finish.
Okay.
If she's saying, baby, if that's what you want, I'm riding with you. But if we had a 5 wives and she the one in the bad mood all the time and she ain't fucking with it, she just doing it because of me. So I'm gonna tell her, baby, it's time for you to go and go on because this ain't what really you want. And she should be accepting it because I want the best for her. But the best for me is 5 wives. And I'm not saying that because it's what I want. Let's get that straight. But I'm just saying, I have to say shit like
So
that.
my
That's
whole
how
thing
she
is,
get
if you,
5
I guess for me, you can say that
I think everything's a personal
as
choice.
long as it's what
In
you
this
want.
world,
That's why I feel like
everything is a personal choice when it comes to relationships. What you like, what you don't like, what you're willing to deal with, what you want. I can't tell you how to live your life with your mate. I can't tell you how to live your life with your mate. I can't tell my homeboy, they got 40 hoes, how to treat his hoes. I'm gonna let him do his thing, let you do your thing, and I'm gonna let you do your thing. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wish you well. At the end of the day.
All I'm saying is, I don't understand why you don't have the same energy. And I don't understand why y'all don't have the same thought process when it comes to being with other people and just leaving your whole relationship as it is. The same way how you would let her leave the relationship if she don't want to see you with 5 wives. That's what I was saying. Because I feel like it's only fair.
Did I let her leave?
You let her leave because she don't want to see you with 5 wives. Why not you leave when you want to be with other people?
Because
And
sometimes you give somebody an opportunity to say, you know what, is you feeling this or you not feeling it? And they say, no, I ain't feeling it. And you supposed to let them be able to make their own choice to leave or not. That's just simple as it.
Well, everybody has choices. But anyway.
But what I have learned is the men win this rounds.
Anyway, we have had a long conversation of not agreeing because
Men rule.
they don't. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up.
This is a man's world.
Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in to the Coffee Bean Talk Podcast. Be sure to follow us at Coffee Bean Talk Podcast on Instagram. And if you want to be a future co-host, be sure to email us at coffeebeantalk@gmail.com. And I'll tag these two in case y'all want to follow them. But we not going to, y'all just need to make sure that y'all keep up with the Coffee Bean Talk Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can be alerted when we do new uploads. See y'all next week. Now that was